There we go. Bro, I'm so high right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm lit. I just been spending all day getting lit.
But I'm going to give you guys something, because I'm a tad disappointed. But I got all you guys here tonight, so I can't be that disappointed. Oh, yeah, hot fiance in my area. That's an amazing name, by the way. Me and Lima are pretty good. I think we do all right for ourselves. At least a little bit, don't you think, Lemur? We're okay.
Yeah, for sure. I think we'll be all right for right now.
And somehow, you might think me and Lemur had talked to each other before we made our YouTube channels, but our names sound pretty similar too. We didn't know one another. This just happened to be coincidence, but I think it was the best coincidence that could have happened.
For sure. It worked out perfectly. It made the perfect name for a live stream, I gotta say.
It really did, because I swear to God, I think in the beginning of my channel's history, the only collaboration I ever was told to do was a Leaping Lemur collab. I think that was it. I think they knew we was bound for one another, potentially.
Just makes sense. Just makes sense.
It really does. Alright guys, so I don't know if you guys know what's been going on in the Cyrax verse here recently, but it has been absolutely insane. I know I say that a lot, but Cyrax, he's out of his mind, so everything I see from him just seems insane to me. But Marty, he is fully aware of everything he's doing, and he is making Chance's life hell right now. Ed has been standing outside of Akron, 339 Lloyd Street, with a baseball bat in hand, ready to go at any scrapper that is coming their way. And at this point, there's been like 6 or 7. I don't know why, but there's just something so funny about random unfortunate people in terrible situations where they're scrapping and going for random TVs to show up at the Wilkins house trying to take their stuff from them. And the Wilkins are in a pretty bad spot themselves. You got Cyrax upstairs who won't work. You got Ed downstairs who's got a Perk 30 addiction. And you got Sally laid up in bed dying every single day. And I don't even know if she can work anymore.
I think I heard somebody like smeared shit on his door. Was that something that happened, or like on his doorstep? Did you hear about that?
Okay, so I heard about it, right? But the thing about sometimes when I'm watching the Cyrax videos, I'll record them to the side and I'll be half listening Chinchilla Nation. But I definitely heard that someone smeared feces on something of Cyrax's. If it was his door, I 100% believe it. Is that a little bit too much dedication? I think everybody, 1000%. I'm not touching my own feces. I'm not touching any bit of feces to rub on Cyrax's door. There's probably feces smeared on his doorknob anyhow. He's got to open it sometime. So I don't think I'd be up to all that. Just throw another brick through a windshield if you're going to try to commit a crime on Cyrax.
Exactly. There's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way to get this guy back than smearing shit on his doorstep. I mean, I get like maybe lighting a bag of dog shit on fire and, throwing it in front of his doorstep, but your own feces, man, come on, dude. That's too far.
Oh, that is taking it way too far. But who knows if it was one of the trolls? It could have been one of Cyrax's neighbors or something like that. Maybe one of his more elderly neighbors who's like, I wear a diaper anyhow. I'm gonna go rub this all over the pedophile's door. That's what we used to do in the 1880s when we didn't have anything fun to do.
Hell yeah, go smear shit. Yep, that's what they called it, smear shitting. Hell yeah.
Hey, back in the early 90s, 1800s, that's all you had. You had your bodily functions and sticks and rocks, and I think that's about it.
Biological warfare. They had their piss and their shit.
100%. All right, so we're gonna jump right into this. Let me turn it down because it seems super loud to me. So I believe in this one. Is this which part of the video is this? Because Leap and Lemur made the video layout. I'm just spreading the love to you guys. So what's going on in this first video, Leap and Lemur?
So this video should be Cyrax's main freak out. This was taken, now this isn't my cut, by the way, so full credit to, I don't know, whoever on Kiwi Farms decided that this was like the best moment from the freak out, but this is from his most recent Music Biz Marty freak out when they reunited. And I guess this is just him, his best freak out moment in that, just screaming. A lot about there's some N-words in there. A lot about N-word, boy, and the normal Cyrax lingo.
Well, Cyrax knows about 15 words in the English dictionary and about 5 Spanish words. So he knows about as much Spanish as he does English. He's basically bilingual, but the N-word is probably his 3rd most used word in the English language, so I'm not too surprised there. Yeah. But I'm also going to tell everyone, I've got like 2 hours of content from all of this raging. Chinchilla Nation, it's going to be a good week, and we're starting it off with 420. I don't even care that it's a Saturday. It's a banger already. So let's get right into this, homies.
Hold on. Are you screen sharing? Or am I tripping?
What'd you say, homie?
Are you
What'd
screen
you say,
sharing?
homie?
I cannot see or hear anything.
Oh my god, Chinchilla Nation. I forgot to screen share. Oh, with the Lemur. My bad. I always forget to do something. So it'll be just half a second. Just half a second till we get back into the video. My bad, Leap and Lemur's channel. That's on me. I started screen sharing again. Alright. Everyone can see again? Alright, we're back to it. I'm so sorry.
Because you know I will. You want to get your channel banned, you little faggot motherfucker?
I just want to enjoy some real art.
I don't give a fuck what you want, nigga.
Right.
I don't fucking care. The one thing that you need to do, the one thing you need to do, nigga, is grow up and get a life, you fag. And this thing that you think we have, we don't have, little nigga boy. We don't have anything. I didn't need you when you first found me. I don't need you now, and I never will need you. Why? Because I'm better off without your fucking ass. I never needed you, Nick. And I never fucking will. We don't have anything.
Okay, so one thing real quick. Cyrax is in 100% desperate need of Music Biz Marty. Like, maybe not right now, but in the beginning, oh yeah. Yeah, no one was ever gonna know who Cyrax was unless Music Biz Marty started streaming this guy and doing what he did to him. Because Rax, when he's left to his own, he's not very interesting. He's either looping or playing games. Like, he loops as hard as King Cobra. It's just Rax, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it to me, at least. Maybe that's just because I see it too much. But his looping doesn't seem as bad. But Rax, he really does stay in a constant loop. You need people like Music Biz Marty or Kiwi faking, like, pretending to be on stream with them. to keep this guy moving in a different direction. You feel me?
He definitely needs some kind of wrangler with him, or else he's just gonna drift off, like you said. Yeah, classic Cyrax is just repeating himself. Most common trope. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Most lolcows, they will not, and I mean will not, listen to anybody or allow them to move them in a certain direction. Like, Chris Chan didn't really need that many people to motivate him to do stupid Chris Chan stuff. Daniel Larson doesn't even need these random teenagers texting him, because Daniel Larson is going to Daniel Larson on his own. But Cyrax, he's got to have somebody.
Definitely. He's got to have that. And then also, you know, Marty, they kind of have like this symbiotic relationship going on, right? Where is Marty without Cyrax, and where is Cyrax without Marty? That's what I think.
You know, I've compared it before, but I'll compare it again. Like, when you think of Cyrax and Marty is that big lanternfish in the ocean. You know what I'm talking about? Has a little bulb in front of his head, and he's like super deep in there. He shouldn't even be alive. The pressure's so intense. But this fish, it's huge, it looks terrifying, and it's swimming across the ocean. And it turns out this is the female, and the male is a tiny little fish that attaches itself to the female, and is pretty much a parasite that feeds off this giant fish that eats everything in its path. And the male, he's just this little tiny thing. Then that's Cyrax. And Marty, he's the big fish. Or it could be interchangeable, but I'm pretty sure Marty's the big fish, because Cyrax, he's gotta lean onto him a little bit, you know?
Well, yeah, it makes sense with the size difference too. Marty is kind of he's a bigger guy, so it makes sense that he's the bigger fish.
Yeah, you know, unfortunately for Cyrax, everyone around him is the bigger guy.
Exactly.
But Music Biz Marty seems like a bigger dude in general, you know?
yeah. Basically, yeah.
Never did.
Pretty much.
And
We'll always have
never
someone.
fucking will.
We'll always have
No,
something.
shut up. We don't have anything. Never did and never fucking will.
We're connected forever.
Shut up.
You know that.
Nigga, shut your bitch ass up. You
Well,
ain't no
always-
brother to me.
We'll always
You're
think about
my
each other.
enemy and I want to kill you.
We'll always think about each
I
other.
want to murder you. I want you dead.
We'll always think about each other.
Get that through your head.
Good.
I want you dead.
Think about it.
You are a bully. I want to murder you.
Keep an eye on the drool. That thing, it's got a mind of its own. It's its own character in this video. And that is a nice pause right there.
There's parts in this
If
video.
anyone wants to screenshot that, go ahead.
You can see the spit literally attached to the microphone and pull away as he's like taking it from his mouth. He gets it so close he almost eats it, and you can see strings of spit. If you look really closely, there's some screenshots online. Feel free to look it up, and it's pretty savage.
Oh man, he's just reminiscing on his times with Blind Billy, you know, as he's pulling away, slobber looking the same. if you know, you know.
Exactly.
I want you dead. I want you off of the face of this earth. Why? You're a bully. You've done nothing but victimize me. For years, you have bullied me, tore me down. Why? 'Cause you're a psycho.
No, man.
Get a grip. Grow up. Get off of YouTube now, or I'll do it for you.
What do you mean?
Grow up. Get off of YouTube.
Chance.
Shut up. I want nothing to do with you, you spineless, pathetic piece of trash.
Yeah, we'll be connected
I
forever.
want nothing to do with you.
Sometimes.
Stay away from me.
His
Sometimes-
eyes just cannot stay connected to one another. I mean, when he finishes his rages, guys, you can see just one of them dart off over there, one of them dart over here, and then he gets mad at Marty again. So they dart back to the center, and then they're just all over the place again. Cyrax's body is like a character of its. Each individual part is a character of his own. I mean, look at those flared up eyebrows right now. You know, Marty just put wrinkles on Cyrax a couple days ago. Those things haven't left, if you guys didn't know.
Yeah,
I'm
he
kind of kidding, but
he
for
kind of
real.
looks like a Muppet, you know? He kind of looks like a Muppet. One of the ones that you can control their eyes. You can make them different directions. You know, they got ones where you can make, when you do different things with the arms, you can adjust it. He's almost kind of like his own little Muppet.
Oh shoot, for sure. He's like that Foxy character off FNAF. I mean, almost dead similar. He's always wearing red too. If we could just like Anakin Skywalker Cyrax's arm right off, he would be the perfect Foxy. And honestly, I don't think he's the chosen one though. I think Daniel Larson ended up being the chosen one. But damn, Cyrax was so close. He was the Obi-Wan. But I don't think he's gonna take Daniel on Mustafar this time. That was a lot of Star Wars references. I know way too much Star Wars.
I feel the same, but like
Shut up!
we'll always be connected.
Stay away from me, you stupid psycho!
We'll always be
I
connected.
want nothing to do with you. I never wanted you in my life. I hate you. I don't want anything to do with you. I never once liked you.
Come
I
on.
was only nice because I'm friends with your ex. The only reason I was nice to you was for her,
Oh.
not for you. I was only nice to you for her sake because I respect her. I don't respect you.
Well,
I never have and I never will respect you.
Chance.
So heed my warning, you fat tub of lard.
Chance.
Stay away from me. Stop fucking with me, or I will kill you. And that is not a joke. I will hunt you down. I will find your address, and I will murder you.
Wait,
That is not
can
a
you pause
joke.
for a second?
That is the
Oh yeah, of course. You can tell me pause anytime.
This guy in my comments just told me, "Why do you know so much about Muppets, you weirdo?" And then it said, "I swear, I don't think I know that much about Muppets. I don't think did I say that much about Muppets?"
No, I said far more about Star Wars, and you know, I deserve to get made fun of for that. Your one line about Muppets is just unreasonable. How dare you? How dare you, random person, talk about Lemur like
I
that?
know,
And you know
dude.
what, Evan?
It's important
Actually,
to me.
Leaping Lemur just made a video on World of T-Shirts. So after we get into a little Daniel Larson, I'll definitely remind him to speak on World of T-Shirts.
Oh yeah, what did he do? Did he do something new?
I don't know. Just Evan Derrickson said, "What do you guys think about World of T-Shirts?" He seems to have a good head on his shoulder. Maybe when there's not 5 pints of Jack Daniels in his stomach, but you know, the autism seems to steer him right when he's not drunk, for sure.
Oh yeah, Joshua's got the tism. He's kind of racist though. It depends on how you look at it because he's also rather young. You know, he's got that Michael Quinn character. I can go in it for a while, but let's finish this Cyrax video first.
100%, homie.
fucking fact. I
can be-
will find you, and
I
I
can be
will
nice guy.
kill you if you do not stop. Is that clearly understood?
Chance.
Now
Let's talk
stay away from me.
Chance.
Leave me alone, you psychopathic,
Chance.
narcissistic,
Yes.
internet fucking bully.
Chance, try as you might.
Stay away from me.
We'll be connected forever. Whether you like
Fuck
it,
you.
it's true.
Stay away.
Neither one of us can escape each other. At this
Stay
point.
away.
Look, there's no escaping
Shut
it.
up.
There's no escaping it.
Shut up, nigger boy.
It's true.
Oh.
Shut up.
What's the truth?
Shut up.
This
There's
is
no
when the
escaping it.
hard
nigger
R's
boy.
start flying.
No, shut your
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the hard R's get intense.
Anyone who is sensitive to hard R's, you know, I don't know how you watch Cyrax or Daniel Larson for that matter, but yeah, they're coming if you want a warning.
Run.
And
Cover
Willis
your ears.
Metal, I've never been to Malachor because I've never beat KOTOR 2. because, you know, KOTOR 2 problems.
Your faggot ass up, you
Yeah.
piece of whiny little bitch garbage.
Chance.
Shut your nigger ass up, you
Yes.
piece of white kite-nosed Jew little bitch.
Chance, if you're gonna keep talking like this, we're gonna watch the video.
Shut up, nigger boy.
Well, Chance, you can't talk like this on YouTube, man.
You know what?
Oh God. Oh, I was about to
Time.
say.
I already know. We know each other. I can see you whipping out back there.
So does he pull out his penis frequently? Is that something that he does? I didn't know. Does he do that?
Cyrax pulls out his penis more often than a chatterbait star. He pulls out his penis more often than the dude who's making banger bucks on OnlyFans. I guarantee you that. Chinchilla Nation. If you guys didn't know, in my next video, I'm bringing you guys some fresh news. I'm talking about I have never before came up with my own Cyrax news, and I didn't this time, but it's in in my Discord. If you guys want to join the Discord, let me know. I have someone posted in the link. But anyhow, someone messaged me and said, "Hey, I've got messages from Cyrax who was messaging one of my trans friends, and he sent him a dick pic in like 2 messages." And I was like, that sounds like Chance Wilkins. That 100% sounds like him. Post him. Let's see what's going on. And guys, it was Cyrax. So in my next video, you guys can stay tuned for that. The first Chinchilla Nation's fresh news. First time I've ever done it before in my life.
It's about to be wild. I'm here for it. I'm gonna support that. Best believe. I'll make sure to share that for sure.
Oh yeah. It's very rare that I'm gonna have fresh information. So you guys appreciate that one.
I wanted to play this game for a while now, but I know how you think. I know how you operate. You're gonna jump in a moment here. You're gonna try to jump and whip his penis out.
No, I'm just gonna.
He
call
was
you the
smiling
fuck
'cause he
out,
knew
you
he
pathetic
was.
Piece of human garbage. You deserve death. You deserve to die. As a matter of fact, you wanna know why I want you dead so bad? You wanna know why I want you dead? You're a psychopathic internet bully that victimizes people like me for his own.
Chance, that's what you see. But if you took the time to get to know me as a person, you wouldn't feel that way about me.
I don't want to know
Well,
you. I never did.
Then it's gonna be like
I
this.
don't want to know you.
And it's gonna
Now
be like
stay
this.
out of my life forever.
Yes, we'll be in each other's life forever, whether we like it or
No,
not.
we won't. I
We
will
will.
kill
We'll
you.
always be
That
associated. We'll
I
always be
will make
associated.
sure that you die before that happens.
We're always
nigga.
going to be associated.
I don't want you in my life. Now get out and stay away.
I don't know why you say goodbye. I
I
say
don't
hello.
like you.
I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello.
And I say, go to hell, you stupid fucking psychopath.
Chance, come on. Okay, all right.
Show your
All right,
penis. Show your penis. Show your penis. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you would have only got one show your penis out. In fact, you would have only got probably halfway through that, and he would already have done it. You know, Cyrax, I couldn't imagine he could jump so high, but, you know, if he's got that going for him, he's like raging out at Marty, I bet he could get up there.
Yeah.
All right.
Little bunny hop.
Well, I went full regarded and just went for the same video as I did last time. Okay, Chinchilla Nation. It's very possible that the next video on here could have got taken down because this is coming straight off of Cyrax's own channel. And for the one time in my life, I didn't want Cyrax's. Oh, this is disappointing. Let me try one more time. Maybe I can go right to Cyrax's channel and find it, but okay. All right, let's try this, Chinchilla Nation. Ghost Eye Sniper. I think that's his name. Oh, it's still on there. He might have deleted it. I don't know what's wrong.
What's up, guys?
But we're here now, and that's all that matters. I don't know why the link wouldn't work. So we're gonna put this at 2x speed because it's Chance Wilkins, and he doesn't have a single Wrangler on hand. And I think everyone knows what that means. A Cyrax without direction is always possible for loops. So we're gonna play it at 2 times speed, and if it gets too loopy, we'll move on to the next subject. I think that's fair, right, Leaping Lemur?
Sounds about good. If he gets too boring, we can just move on. I gotta go light my joint anyway, so you can scan it. You can scan the first couple of minutes and see how it goes.
All right. I wish I could do the same, but I sure can't. And I'm about to have my first interruption of the night, 100%. So I'll go ahead and play the video.
Welcome to the Kind of Comments podcast. You already know who I am. Normally I have my camera on right now, but right now I'm already to the point of almost being in tears, and I don't want you guys to see that. I mean, I know that it would show, what's really going on, but I don't want you guys to see me like that. Tonight's podcast is going to be different. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about Music Biz Marty and how he damn near ruined my entire life. I'm going to tell you guys the full real story that he will not tell you. I'm going to tell you guys everything that you need to know and why it is that I'm not getting anywhere, like a lot of you guys are always asking. A lot of you guys are always asking, like, hey dude, why aren't you getting anywhere? What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. And for those of you that are always asking that, just know that I genuinely, and I do mean genuinely, appreciate you guys. I do. I genuinely appreciate what you guys do and how you guys are always asking me if I'm okay. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm tired of hiding from the truth. I'm tired of Music Biz Marty, aka Nicholas Beagler, getting away with all these lies that he's done. And I feel like it's time that somebody spoke out and did something about it. Because a lot of you guys are always asking, well, why do you get bullied? Why do people hate on you? Why this, why that? Well, let me explain this to you. But before I get into that, before I start talking and explaining everything, to all my fans that watch my stuff and to all my amazing subscribers that actually enjoy my content, if you guys saw me going off on Marty's panel, I'm sorry you had to see me like that. I do not like being like that. I hate being mad like that. I hate being angry. I hate being upset. I hate being pissed. I hate it. But the reason why I'm like that is because of Marty. So, with that being said, allow me to explain from the very beginning. You see, back in 2017,
the fuck did I just join in on?
By the name of Ian Duckworth, who was at the time.
How's it going, Ellen? All right, everybody. Ellen is finally here. So let me catch Ellen up real quick. If you guys hate him for it, you guys can go let him know. Not my fault. Not Lemur's fault. I'm just kidding, everybody. Show nothing but love to Lolcow News Network. 100%.
Yeah, that's on me, everybody. One, I forgot we were doing this today, and two, I got pulled over.
I got facts. I won't judge, but Marty wants you to join. I don't even know if Marty's live. If you're serious, not Edward, please let me know. But oh yeah, so Ellen, right now we're taking a look at Cyrax's pity party he's doing on his own podcast, the same podcast that Kiwi Tapes interrupted last time. That I think you just made a video on, and if anyone in my chat or Leaping Lemur's chat wants to check it out, go check out on his most recent.
He was an amazing. Literally a year prior to 2017, me and him had met on a mutual group that we were part of on YouTube. And I found that this kid was an amazing artist because he was asking if anybody in the group was a YouTuber at all or did music. And I told him, yeah, I do music. Let's talk and let's get to working together. The dude was so talented. And even to this day, I wish that dude nothing but the best in the world. He was one of the most amazing rappers that I've ever met in my life. This kid was, he was a young kid, but he was so talented. Me and this dude worked together on a constant basis. After getting to know each other, we ended up working on a couple projects together, and then after that, those projects became more frequent, and then eventually we ended up starting a label together called Bloodshot Records that was basically inspired by our relentless work ethic and how we were constantly putting out music, constantly working on stuff. And, it was going good. And then eventually we ended up starting our own podcast called the Chill with the Boys podcast, where we had, several artists that we were either good friends with or that we looked up to, like the pretty well-known Ninja with a Pencil. Oh, yeah.
This guy should get a degree in yapology, the way he's fucking yapping.
So like I said, we had guys on the podcast like Ninja with a Pencil, who was a really nice guy. He was a really cool dude. We had friends on, like I said, that were either music artists or just good friends of ours. And there was a day where he had to work, and he was asking, hey, can you take over the podcast while I'm working? I was like, yeah, I can do that. Because I already knew what to talk about. I knew what the schedule was. I knew what was...
Oh, does the 2 times speed, ruin? Let me put it at 1.5 speed. If you guys don't know what's going on at the moment, that's my bad. I didn't know down speed would translate. But Cyrax is basically just complaining about his life. Back in the day, Cyrax used to do a lot of pity streams. Now, not so often. But I think it's a rare glimpse into the mind of Cyrax. The rare occasions when he's not actually getting guided by someone and just raging out.
Going on, and we were doing good. Like we were doing really good.
Stop right-clicking, you nerd.
You know, so I took over the podcast for the day, and I started talking and stuff. Had a couple of the people on.
Thank
had
you.
A couple friends on.
You're welcome, man. I got
Turned
you.
away from the
And I
TV.
saw this dude in our chat by the name of Music Biz Marty running his mouth.
Hey,
Now, at the time, I thought that it was
NO76,
actually
what
Music
is
Biz Marty,
good?
but
Hey,
I don't know.
Heretic434.
Well, it turned out that one was a fake. See, what had happened is this dude came in the chat pretending to be Marty. And I brushed it off at first, I ignored it. But then this guy kept popping in and popping in and popping in. And then what happened? I ended up cracking. I ended up, if you guys remember Ryan Upchurch from back in the day, you guys know how he ended up doing that. I ended up making a few. Well, little did I know that those would get back to the real Music Biz Marty. And I was unaware that this guy was a fake.
Okay, for anyone who doesn't know what Cyrax is talking about right now, I have no idea if this is factual or just something Cyrax has put into his brain, and it's now headcanon for him. But he thinks when he first encountered Music Biz Marty, it was someone pretending to be Music Biz Marty. So Cyrax got trolled by them, raged, and then felt apologetic. And was like, I've got to go find the real Music Biz Marty. He reaches out to the real Music Biz Marty, and then he really starts getting trolled by him. Excuse me, guys. So he starts getting trolled by the real Music Biz Marty all of a sudden. Could you guys imagine? What's up, Josh? Could you guys imagine, like, finding a fake devil, right? You know, it's not real one, who ends up making your life a total hell. If this is a true story, Cyrax created his own demons, 100%.
Just a quick side note, fellas. Darkside Phil is currently live.
Unless he's live with Cat like he should be, I'm not interested. I want to see Fat Cat and all of her rotund glory.
So once I found out that the guy that was in the chat was a fake, I ended up trying to reach out to the original Music Biz.
Y'all notice it says Podcast yet?
And I tried explaining to him, but
Yeah, I noticed that right away. That was a weird one.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's just bad editing or if it was AI. It's kind of hard to notice.
Honestly, it kind of looks like AI to me.
That I did a few times. He had seen all kinds of
Something about the way
and
the
he saw that
lines
as an
and colors are, it
to take advantage
hits
of.
all the boxes for me.
Yeah, it's almost perfectly imperfect.
Yeah.
And the way he decided to take advantage of me after approaching me, and after I had turned him down many times, he decided to wait. After I turned him down many times, he had decided to wait until me and him were on a panel with the real Miss Jamie Nicole, who sadly is no longer among the living because she had passed away.
So, do you know anything about Jamie Nicole, Leaping Lemur?
I don't. All I know is who the fuck says that like that. The way that he.
Oh, Cyrax does.
God damn, that was the most like disrespectful, weirdest way to say somebody had passed. I don't know. Just
Well,
kind of
you should know that
weird.
Cyrax actually holds zero respect for Jamie Nicole, because up until the day she died, Cyrax was wishing death on her. I mean, in the last video that I posted, I'm pretty sure it's the last video I posted, literally Cyrax is screaming at Jamie, telling her that he is going to knock her teeth down her throat, and she doesn't care that she's a woman. She's getting the hands all the same, and if anyone knows, I think Jamie Nicole would have treated Cyrax in a pretty similar fashion to how Marty did. I mean, it would have looked exactly the same. I think the only difference is she would have been saying, I'm the queen of Akron. But besides that, identical if they would have fought.
Oh yeah, someone in my chat actually kind of raised a fair point. Heretic343 saying, you know, Rax making up his own lore is not surprising, and honestly that's painfully true. I don't know if any of you guys watched the video that the one where he was telling his side of everything that happened but it's not good. Like
No,
the
the
entire
only thing
time
I've
he's
seen
looking away
is the
from
one where
camera
he's
doing his
strong.
eye closed thing. Yeah.
Oh, is that the
Sorry.
same one?
No,
No, you're
sorry.
fine.
I
No
was
need
just
to
saying, man, you.
apologize.
By the way, White Bowser
Okay.
Archives is currently in your chat, Lemur.
Oh, White Bowser Archives. If you're in
Yeah.
Lemur's chat, you should stay
Aw,
tuned to the end because I think we
shit.
got something for you. We got the big dogs around here tonight. What's up,
Yeah.
everybody?
Oh no, we
Thank you
got
for
the
being
real
here.
old doobie here. We should all be really scared because the FBI will come for us twos soon.
About to be
I'm
featured
working
in
on
this
my
video.
girl impression.
That was pretty good. That was solid. It's kind of hard to do. You got to have like the natural lisp. I was trying it earlier. It's really hard to do.
You know, when I was a kid, I used to have a lisp, so I have an easier time, kind of mimicking it, but I just don't have as much cum lodged in my throat as Earl.
Yeah, he's got a lot of jizz built up.
Oh yeah, that My Little Pony conventions really did a number on him.
Man, you know, I've got a couple of friends that are bronies, and I tell you now, those are some weird people, but fuck it, man. Do what you want to do, I guess.
She was living with me and my family at the time.
Nah,
This
man,
guy-
don't identify.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bro. I would.
So,
I'll be
me
like,
and
nah,
Hannah all hopped
fam.
on
It
the
depends on the level. You
And
watch it, I'm
because
like,
this guy
sure,
saw the
watch,
shit
I
on the
guess,
channel,
if you watch the
we
cartoon,
got
but
on and we were like,
I don't know if
"Alright,
you're
let's
jerking
fucking
off to
do it."
ponies,
So this guy
man.
wants to talk shit.
Okay, yeah, no, now if you're beating your meat to it, that's a whole nother story. But like, look, if you're just a fan, you're going to the conventions and shit, whatever, man. As long as you're not doing anything to hurt someone, as far as I care, you're just having some harmless fun. But the minute you start jerking off to a fucking cartoon horse, I'm gonna have a lot of concerns about you.
Keep your dicks away from the ponies.
That's right. It's My Little Pony, not My Little
Listen.
Penis. God damn.
Listen, it's post 2016. You know, keep your penis towards one of two things. And if you're veering off in other directions, man, you might need to rethink everything. But Josh, another quick a side note, everybody. Josh, I've actually got some fresh chinchilla news for the first time ever. Cyrax, one of my viewers happened to tell me that Cyrax was messaging one of their trans friends. Now, funny enough, one of their trans friends, and in 2 messages, Cyrax was sending D pics. So I was like, this is obviously Cyrax. It's one of his moves. And turns out it was Cyrax. So stay tuned for the newest video. We got fresh Cyrax news on the way.
God damn, alright.
You know, let's get on Jamie's panel and let's actually show me going there. Because
Don't expect this. I am not a reporter. I mean, I am a reporter, but I'm not a journalist. I don't go out for this stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say, if anyone here is the journalist, I guess I would probably fit that ticket. I got News Network in my name. Also, sorry if you guys can hear my torch. I'm about to take a dab. I have not smoked today because,
not even 2 minutes away from my house.
do you care if I tell him, Chinchilla?
So me, my mom, and
I don't care.
my now ex Heather,
So last night, me and
I don't
Chinchilla
think I
were
care.
when we were working on those videos and my dumbass was greening out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so last
Okay,
night
yeah,
me
go
and
ahead.
Chinchilla were working on a couple of collaboration videos. Now here's the problem. I had smoked a little bit too much, and I'd say we were what, a bit over or just at halfway into your video?
Yeah, pretty much something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And I just finally told him, I'm like, hey dude, like, can I have like 30 minutes? I'm greening out. I need to come down. It was bad. Like, dude, I fell asleep in my chair. I woke up at like 3
And
a.m.
everyone knows what
and
good guy
stumbled to
Chinchilla
bed.
is. I told him it's all right, man. And
And I'm over here, you know, I'm feeling like an asshole because I'm letting my buddy down. And I'm just like, well, shit. That dab took me out.
Jesus, I was hoping he ended up all right.
Oh, God, yeah. No, man, I was just greening out. You know, it sucks when it
Oh
happens.
shit, you went
but-
robot, homie.
Heather had,
Oh,
like,
I know.
point the camera at me on the live stream. Well, I sat there for about 10 minutes.
You're
waiting
fine
for
now.
this dude.
All right, good.
He-
Yeah, no, man, it was that dab I took during your premiere, and it just took me out.
No, he never fucking fucking
Also,
shit.
N76 and C took
Got back
33.
in
I
the
agree.
car after about 10 minutes of walking around waiting for this guy. And on our way back, Music Biz Marty decided to name pass at me. Not a sexual advance, but anything that I'm not interested in. Catch it because there's a lot of people talking. Well, after I went back and I rewatched what was said, I got back on.
Sorry about that.
And I told him, look, I understand.
Bro, this guy's a
that,
yapopotamus.
that you have a thing for me.
Yeah, he really never knows how to shut up. And that's like really clear when you just listen to this story and you're like, this is all Cyrax is doing. Like no one else played a hand in this except Cyrax. Because he could have stopped at any time, but he just didn't. Just didn't.
I mean, he could still stop at any time if you think
And I'm
about
flattered,
it,
but
but
I'm not interested.
it's chance he won't.
And I turned him down.
I think
When
it's
I turned
over
him
with
down the
LNN.
second time, that's when things started to go south.
Wait,
He
what?
started doing little things here and there to get under my skin, and I ignored it at first.
I think it's over with. I believe he's on the same level as Chris Chan and Daniel Larson at this point, and there's not a chance in the world that he can
Oh.
escape it anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like if he pulled an Earl and he just went completely silent, out of nowhere, doesn't tell anybody, police might show up for a wellness check, but as long as he says he's fine and he's just laying low, I'd like to think he might have a chance in hell, but we all know how some people are. They're going to be the people that show up to his house all the time. And he's eventually going to reveal it. That's the issue. Give him a month, and he would finally tell people, yeah, I got bullied or not. If you look up Cyrax, Vic, you'll find out.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's not so like the reason I think Cyrax is just on that level anymore is because still, if Cyrax went and got a regular job, right, Lemur, right, LNN? If he went and got a regular job, he would be sitting in there, and Cyrax can't help but talking about himself or bragging when he's alone. Like if you would have seen him talking to Eric Scrubolo last night, just like me and LNN did, which will be the video that me and him are doing, he's braggadocious. He's talking about people messaging him, talking about how good of an artist he is. How can they become an artist on the level of Cyrax? And we've all heard Cyrax's music. It's not good. It's not even remotely good where you can like troll listen to it, like haha, make fun of him to an extent. No, you just don't bother because it's garbage. So there was nobody, and I mean nobody, who ever messaged Cyrax saying, hey, you're pretty good with this. Oh, sorry, I was reading Not Edward's messages. We're good. But yeah, like, so if he was going into like McDonald's or Burger King or wherever the hell Cyrax could work, I think he should work in a garbage disposal dump where he's in constant danger and he's only moving the filth of the earth, the worst things humans have to offer. He would still walk up to the one coworker that he has and say, hey, there's this guy, Music Biz Marty, on the internet, and, he hates me and he used to troll me, but now I'm away from him. But hey, you want to know what's cool? I've actually got 1 million+ views on YouTube by this guy named Turkey Tom. You want to see it? And he'd probably show up like the Turkey Tom documentary because he's proud of the views that it's got. And then it would just start all over again, just right back to the beginning.
Man, and you gotta wonder too, is Chance one of the cows that goes and watches every single video on him? Or does he just like only watch, his enemies? Because I feel like he's... Oh, go on.
Nah, he's an enemy watcher, for sure. I don't think he watches everything that comes his way because he's too busy trying to groom minors.
That's true. Although, big shout out. He did shout out Saturated again.
Or almost. That would almost ruin my life. He decided that after I was called out as being this and that and the other by my ex-Candle, who was a psychotic individual, And I do mean psychotic because she was the kind of girl that when she gets with a dude and they leave her, she calls them all kinds of names and this and that and the other, says that they raped her and this and that, when none of that is true. Well, at one point, she decided to make me look like I supposedly raped her, said that I was a pedophile, that I jerked off in front of her, like in front of her young family members when I never did. Like, that's how psychotic she was. And the reason why she said that is because I left her ass, because she genuinely was a psychopath. And that was her way of getting back at me. But what she did got me a lot of hate. She decided to make it look like she had taken her own life. She had basically forced Paul Caston, who was a good friend of mine at the time, she had forced him to tell me that I was responsible for her taking her life. She had faked her death. And the way that she forced him to do it was, and I did not find this out until later, she would basically, and I heard this from Paul himself, she threatened to go after his kid. He is a dad. And honestly, he's an amazing dad. Like, I've watched this dude be around his kids, and he's an amazing father. Like, this dude is one of the best fathers that I've ever seen. Like, he actually likes to be around his children. He likes spending time with them. Like, he's an all-around good dude. But Marty would soon start attacking me over that, saying that I killed Candle, that, you know, I was responsible for her death. And then we later found out that she was not dead. And a lot of that hatred. And during that time period, Marty saw me as a cash grab because he saw how volatile I was. And LGBTQ plus community. I fully support it. But because I turned him and figured since he couldn't have me, then I couldn't do anything. So what did he do? He hired Mash Troll Mafia at the time to at first talk to me on panel, and we talked. And at first she was cool. At first I thought she was okay, and then I later found out that she was a drug addict. And as much as I cared about her, I could not be around that for my own sake. And not because I'm a druggie or this or that or the other, no, because I have watched way too many friends lose their lives over drugs, and I was not willing to put myself in that same position again. So I distanced myself from her and went about my day and did my stuff, you know? Went about doing my music and my artwork and my gameplay videos and all that shit. Well,
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta use the bathroom real quick.
That would come the worst day of my life. Marty had hired her the second time to basically isolate me from my friends and from everybody and from me being able to do anything without him. He decided to hire Mash Troll Mafia to make me look like a pedophile. And they won't tell you this shit. They will not tell you the truth. Because they love to twist the story to make it look like something that it's not. Like, they love to twist that story around. So what did he do? Or what did you're probably thinking, well, what did she do? She pretended to be a grown-ass adult, an 18-year-old fan. He gave her my number. And at the time, I was unaware that it was her. She had used a voice changer on a phone call, pretended to be 18 years old.
Oh my
And we talked
god.
for a good few hours. And she
Of course,
seemed pretty cool.
of course.
Like, she did. She seemed pretty
Jesus, dude. How the
Alright, I'm
fuck
back,
does he
though.
talk like this?
My videos and this and that and the other. And she ended
Ooh.
up later on calling me back for a little bit and we talked some more.
You know, okay, so I think that's enough of Cyrax's random delusions. Okay. I gotta ask someone else's opinion on this. Lemur, I'm gonna start with you, and then LNN, after Lemur's done, you can move on. What do you guys think about Cyrax? Still to this day, after all of the trolling, all the bad things that Music Biz Marty has done to him, still believing that at the very beginning, Music Biz Marty wanted a relationship with him. And it's believable because Music Biz Marty is bisexual, guys, right? He sure is. I guarantee it.
Man, I feel like if Sally dies and Chance knows he's gonna be homeless, Marty should take that opportunity and be like, yeah, I own a place, you can come live with me, but you gotta give me that gluck gluck at least once.
I can see that going down. Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
I could see Chance getting mad halfway in and just biting his dick.
Oh, yeah.
No. What would be great is the raging, and then he just slowly starts conforming to it as reality starts setting in. It might not be the first stream, it might not be the second stream, but by God, by the fifth stream, Cyrax would be like, well, I guess I need a place to live, and Security Jake, I mean, he done did me in a few times, so come here, King of Akron, we'll get this over with, come on.
Just like, sorry, bitch, I'm not gay though. It's kind of gay if you're sucking him off.
Yeah. I'm not gay, but I love this so much.
Well, and
That's probably what he'd be saying for sure.
For a person who has said so many, almost said anti-Semitic, but homophobic remarks, because Cyrax has said a lot of anti-Semitic remarks, along with people like Daniel Larson and Chris Chan, they have stuck a whole lot of random objects up their rectum.
Man, Chris though, he stuck a lot up his ass over the years. I mean,
Well,
a concerning
yeah,
amount.
probably more than a stylus, more than a toothbrush, for sure.
I mean, we know for sure at least one Sonichu amulet.
I'm halfway convinced that a troll just convinced Daniel Larson that was the proper way to clean himself out. Because, Daniel Larson and Cyrax, they have no idea how to bathe. At least Chris knew wasn't a consistent thing that he did, but at least he knew that. Sally, she used to have to bath change 20s, my bad. So now Cyrax is just left on his own. And, Daniel Larson, he just bathe, unless like some teenager donates us enough of his birthday money to have him stay. Anyhow, stream, what we're getting into next is, and if my co-host didn't know, I kind of threw an audible just right in the middle of the Barnyard, because I was like, everyone has got to see this compared to what we was going to do, because this is just too good. Leaping Lemur told me he doesn't know who Tony is, so I was giving him a surprise too.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Yeah, I remember.
See who Tony is, and I want to see how News Network knows who Tony. And I guarantee you guys do too. It's one of the funniest things I heard in the world, because it's literally two pedophiles
What a great area for his audio to cut
sitting
on.
there accusing each other of being a bigger pedophile than the other one. I hate that duck. I really do.
You love that duck. Yeah, no, Tony, he's definitely an interesting one in Chance's history. Oh. Shit, did I lose audio?
What'd you say, homie?
I thought I lost audio for a second.
Oh, I keep cutting in and out.
No, it wasn't you. I wasn't getting the audio feedback.
But we might have to switch over people's Oh, maybe. We sound fine right now.
Yeah, it wasn't you cutting out. I just
How are you doing on connection, Lemur?
I'm doing all right here and there. I'm getting a little bit of yellows, get a little bit of warnings, but I think I'm all right. It sounds pretty clear though now. You're cutting out a little bit, but I'm
All
pretty
right.
sure it's clear.
Okay, because
Did I jinx
everything
it?
is low as
Should've said
possible, so
shit.
I know.
I can only see chat. I can't see my meters. Just because I'm trying to make the connection as free as possible. I don't think so. Hopefully not.
Why the hell you cut out so much? I will molest you with Beijing corn.
Don't know why Beijing corn specifically, but it's going in a hole.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. Dude, I live in California. It's probably a thing.
Let's look it up.
I'm good. I don't want to look that up.
I am.
Is it doing better now? Everybody?
Yeah, you're coming in okay
I'll
now.
take that as a maybe.
That's a solid maybe.
It's just some corn with an Asian dude's face on it. It's like a meme.
Oh.
Yeah.
I more meant like shoving the corn inside of a hole in someone's body.
We can shove the whole can.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Hey, Chinchilla, we're gonna fly you out here to California for reasons. For the first Barnyard meetup, yeah, that's it.
Probably would be better if we did this in person.
Yeah.
Probably would work better.
I think it's working all right.
That app. You know, them two.
I don't know.
I'm actually gonna be trying to help Chinchilla
Very
troubleshoot
far
that
away
issue.
from me, like literally an entire coast away. You can look at the opposite ends of the coast, and we're almost the exact ways apart. You know.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Yeah. I fixed up my connection. We'll let the video play a little bit, real quick, guys.
Wait, is someone else sharing their screen?
Nope. Is it blank? Is it pause for you?
Yeah, it's still on the
Yeah.
beyond the comments.
What was that,
Another
homies?
Oh, it's still on the beyond the comments video.
What? All right, Chinchilla Nation. Let me try to fix that for them guys, because I would not understand why it would be in the beyond the comments. That's ridiculous. So let me try to see why that is the way it is. Oh, wow, okay. I know why it is like that.
Fucking dare you close that stream. I didn't say you could do that.
Well, this is the only way to fix it. All right, we're back on track, Chinchilla Nation.
Here we go.
Asylum yet,
I killed
because that's where
pedophiles,
you
bitch.
belong,
I
Chance.
murder
You
pedophiles
belong
like
into
you
a
for living.
mental institution.
Bitch, the satellite
And
man is
your
attacking.
music
Your fucking
is
life,
not
boy.
your music.
Nigga, I will
You
fucking
are
kill
using
your
other
fucking
people's
family, bitch.
sounds
You're a
and making
pedophile,
it your
bro.
own.
You don't
That
belong
is
on this
copywriting,
You don't
Chance.
belong. Nigga,
What
shut
is
your
what?
ass up.
Yeah.
You're lucky I
Your
don't know
channel
what
is gonna
I
get
was not
struck
the living fuck
eventually,
out of you, boy.
and then
Crippled
you're
or
not gonna
I
be
will kick
able
your
to make a
motherfucking
YouTube
ass.
channel
Nigga,
because
shut
they're
your
gonna
bitch
find
ass
out
up
what
before
your
I make
IP
you shut up
address
and
is,
listen real
and
fast.
you will get IP
No,
banned.
I won't. No, I won't.
Yes, you
I'm
will.
not touchable,
Yes, you
nigga.
will.
You can't touch me, bitch.
Yes, you. Yeah.
You
Oh,
can't
do you
touch
think
me,
you
nigga.
think you?
I'm
Yes.
untouchable, boy.
Yes.
I'm
No,
not
you're
like
not.
All right, Leaping Lemur, what's your first opinion? Thank you, Soren. It means so much to you, from you guys that you're telling me that's better now. God, I hope it stays this way. Lemur, what's your opinion on Tony now that you've seen just a little bit of him? This wheelchair bound freak. What do you think about him?
I don't know. He looks kind of weird. He's got like a Freddie Mercury mustache going on. It's kind of hard to know like how he looks from
I'm not
from the bottom down. Ooh,
sure.
it's bad. Are you good?
Okay, go ahead. They can hear me.
Okay. Yeah. So he's got like a Freddie Mercury mustache. It's kind of hard to tell how his body looks, but he sounds pretty weird. Sounds pretty weird so far.
He sounds like what I imagine the love child of Daniel Larson and World of T-Shirts would sound like.
Something like that. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, he kind of looks like the love child of Daniel Larson and World T-Shirts, except that Tony is far older than either one of them. And also, I just want to say, it's amazing being in a community where I can say a wheelchair-bound freak, and no one bats an eye.
Oh
Bulletproof,
shit,
Sam.
you're going to Twitter.
Keep doing your
Get canceled,
music.
folks.
Keep doing your music. You will eventually get copyright infringement. Chance? No, you're the pedophile. You're the pedophile. Have you admitted to Southern what you did was wrong? No. You never once have you admitted your wrongdoing. Chance? I have. I've told Smarties. Yeah, what I did was a mistake. Yeah, what I did was messed up. Have I learned from it? Yeah. But what about you? You never once have you said to Marty, I'm sorry I made a mistake, Marty. Have I done? But you, no, shut up. You have not. You keep doing the same pattern over and over and over again. I only did that one time. And you know what, Jan? I've redeemed myself.
They're having a
Okay,
fucking
so
PDF file match
I'm
right
just
now.
going.
What's going on, man? What are they doing?
Oh, 100%. This is like WWE on the internet, circa 2000. Okay. So if anyone doesn't know Tony's history, Tony did not get caught one time and repent for his mistakes. Tony has been caught at least 3 times. Okay, Tony at first, I believe this is the first incident. This is a random. Tony being wrong, and I swear to God, Lemur, and I swear to God, LNN, if you said this Robert guy or whatever the hell his name is did the same things as Tony, well, I'm not going to do it. Swear he will, or at least Tony swears he will. So Tony crawled under a staircase in his local mall, and grabbed the digital camera with the most pixels on it, the highest quality, and he started taking upskirt shots of girls. Majority minors. I guess there was a few of age women he took some pictures of, because Tony will never disrespect a woman, guys. He's never going to ask them their age, because that is disrespectful. Even if they look 13, he's not going to ask. He's just going to assume they're good and ready. Now, luckily for all of the younger females in the world, Tony cannot get an erection. Chair-bound freak just scoping around you, checking you out. It just can't be too comforting. And the poor girls that had their whatever taken of them on that day when Tony was pinned up underneath the staircase didn't deserve a bit of that. And I honestly think, guys, I don't think sexual crimes are as much of a legal thing as they are a moral thing. I don't care how much time you got or you got exonerated. Like, those are some of the worst things you can do in this world. Like, they're literally, I think you could say 1, 2, and 3, murder, cupcake eating, assault, right? SA. And you can interchange them all. So these two having a competitive back and forth, who's the biggest cupcake eater? Yeah, it just don't sit well with me. But it's funny. It is funny.
It's
I
wild.
personally think they're evenly matched.
For sure. They're both shitty. They're obviously both pretty shitty people. It's like two of the worst people.
Oh, yeah, I literally think... Oh, yeah, go ahead, Lemur.
Well, they're just screaming back at each other like, who's worse? Like, who's more shitty? It's like,
Oh, yeah, I literally think they're neck and neck because Tony actually committed the actions, but Cyrax continues to commit, like, the texting actions, like the sexting and stuff. Tony actually went out and did something physical. He actually, like, harmed some random individuals. Like Chance, for the most part, what we know, it normally typically ends up being a troll, thank the Lord. But Tony actually went out and hurt real people. So I literally think they're neck and neck.
That's fair. That's
Or
fair.
shoulders and wheelchairs. They're shoulders and wheelchairs. They both lack one, but they got everything else working for them.
I've never once have I sent a dick pic. You've sent it 3 times, Chance. So no, you keep making a mistake over and over again, Chance. You will get yourself in trouble one of these days. And then what? You're gonna be crying to all these people saying, "Oh, I don't know what to do, you guys. I'm in hot water. What can I do?" And nobody's gonna trust you, Chance. Nobody's gonna believe you. I'm sorry. Oh, and another thing. You never, ever call Southern a cunt. I don't care who she is. You don't call Southern a cunt at all.
Okay, that's the end of this. Because literally it ends pretty soon after this. But I just want to say, I really want your guys' opinions on what just happened afterwards. But I just got to say, Southern Harlot does not care about your sympathy, Tony. I've talked to Southern Harlot. I talked to her a few times, and I can tell you for 100% certainty that she does not respect Tony at all, and she doesn't respect Cyrax at all. Why? Because they're PDF files. Tony even tried to. She doesn't care about him. She wants him to die, like a painful death. So, I don't know. But one of you two can go on.
Oh, I got nothing, man. You pretty much covered the points there.
yeah. I mean, I've never even seen this guy before, but he just seems like a fucking weirdo.
Alright, that's fair enough. So what we're moving on to next, guys. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, the last Cyrax video messed everything up a little bit. But next thing we're going into is some Daniel Larson. Yeah, okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I froze for a moment. I was like, okay, am I on the right track? Okay, so we're going into Daniel Larson. I don't know much about what's going on with Daniel at the time, so I'll definitely let Lemur take over and explain a little bit to you guys. I'm out of the Daniel loop.
Yeah, so Daniel's basically made a new account. It's like Daniel Larson Hollywood family account, something along those lines. He's posting his regular content. Recently, he got his ID taken. He's been doing a lot of dine and dashes.
I don't know much about what's going on with Daniel at the time, so I'll definitely let Lemur take over.
You got double play going.
I'm out of the Daniel. Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now.
Oh no!
Let me mute my mic. Oh God! Come on, stop!
His ass.
The mic won't mute.
My man tried
What
to
is
mute
happening?
My man tried to fucking shut that down quicker than a teenager with their parents walk in the bedroom. God damn, come on now. You know, that joke seemed funnier in my head, but never mind.
It was a good analogy. I could see it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, because look, I was a teenager once, you were too. We all know that feeling. You're trying to just either look at some videos online or you're doing something, really anything. Your parents walk in, you just smack that bitch shut.
Straight jorking it, for sure.
I locked my bedroom when I was younger, so I didn't really have to worry too hard about that. So, all right, Lemur, I put while Chinchillas, I'm the only one here without a fucking farm themed or an animal themed name. I love it. But while we're waiting on Chinchilla, let me ask. So I always pose this question, and it's with different cows each stream. Jupiter the hybrid and Nova online, who's winning that fight?
I gotta say.
Okay, everybody, I'm back a little bit, but please continue, Lemur. Please continue.
I was just gonna say Nova probably. To answer LNN's question, I think Nova. He's in his fitness arc. I wouldn't say it's going completely good, but he's definitely got a leg up on Jupiter. Jupiter's got he's got nothing going for him. I think Nova could probably beat him.
No, I mean that's
I don't know,
fair.
man. I think Jupiter has like a murderous instinct in him, you know?
That's true. He
Well,
does have
yeah,
that shooter vibe.
That instinct ain't gonna mean shit if they're in.
Oh,
a
you guys
fight.
could hear me? Oh, I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Stream couldn't hear me, but you guys could. Yeah, I think Jupiter, you know, he's got that murderer vibe in him. I don't know. I'm not too sure about it. Lemur. Now I believe in the thing you sent me. It's only 15-second videos. It shouldn't be like that, should it?
It depends on which one you're looking at. Let me check my playlist. So honestly, I forgot what I even put.
All right, for sure.
And hear me out on this. I think
but-
Jupiter's still gonna get that ass.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Ellen.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Jupiter's still gonna get that ass beat, but I think Jupiter's gonna get
It's
a
only
few
15
good, you know,
second
Oh,
few
now I'm
good
doing it.
too, because dude seems like he's a little bit of a scrapper.
Almost just double audioed right now.
Almost pulled a chinchilla.
I did. I was like so close. I'm about to do it right now. Oh wait, I muted this time. Thank God. All right. Let's see.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
Chinchilla, we gotta tease you.
No,
man.
the first one is definitely a 16-second video, but it's just him announcing his new account. But we do have like a longer one to look at later, the weed arc, and that's where Daniel Larson actually does smoke some weed. He gets high. He gets high. Well, at least he says he does.
I
but-
feel like
Okay,
he's gonna
yeah,
work people after
Mine
smoking.
is still playing a 16-second video, so if you can send me the so if you can just send the longer one
Yeah,
into
you
the
want-
Discord chat, I'd much appreciate it.
Let's look at the weed one.
I feel like Daniel Larson's that kind of
Okay,
person. that tries
so in this
to
one,
axe
we'll
too
let
hard.
Daniel. He doesn't talk much, so we'll let him speak.
We can't
So if
see.
you guys want to know where you can get your amazing lolcow posts, but we can click on this video in the meantime. But Daniel Larson, I would guess he's getting his YouTube accounts deleted by random teenagers all day. But I mean, I don't know who's messing with Larson. I feel like he's just schizo deleting most of his channels, in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, he stated he got hacked, but it's kind of hard to say with that guy. He could just be like, could all be in his head.
Yeah, with the way Larson is, I could definitely see it all being in his head because Larson literally lives his own headcanon. Doesn't matter what's going on around him. whatever's going on in Larson's mind is the realest thing to him at the moment. But in the meantime, while we're getting the next video pulled up, I don't know if it's been sent yet.
Oh yeah, I sent it.
Okay. It's a YouTube video, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be.
I had to double us up on LNN a little bit too, since me and Lemur both did it. But that's LNN's channel if you guys want to go check it out. Right here, we see Daniel Larson smoking weed. And I don't know, I've only heard bad things about crazy people smoking weed, so I couldn't really see how this affects Daniel Larson in any way, besides poorly.
Yeah, he goes Joker. He goes full Joker mode.
He really does look like what's his name? Jim Carrey's Riddler mixed with Heath Ledger's Joker a little bit. Not Heath Ledger's, the terrible Joker, the 2016 Suicide Squad Joker, 2014, 2012.
God,
whatever Joker
Jared
that was.
Leto. Yes.
Yeah, he was god awful, and he looks like a good mix between him. Facts.
Oh yeah, is this are we gonna is the screen switched yet? I want to make sure we don't miss it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's gonna be a worse thing. Chinchilla Nation, sorry for the repeat. But, I like to do my homies dirty for some reason.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I was like, something's gonna happen. I gotta make sure to remind him.
Yeah. I apparently I will forget that. So make sure to remind me if you don't see
somebody
it.
roll down the windows. It's smoky as shit in here. Fuck. Woo. I'm
Man,
getting hot.
hotbox.
Really hot. Hold up.
Jesus. God
Of all
damn.
people, you think Daniel Larson would be terrified of the police instead of not drawing immediate attention to himself.
This is where it all went
Doesn't
wrong.
that violate his fucking probation?
Oh, this is old. This is hella old.
Oh,
This-
okay, my bad.
It's like 2 years old. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I had no idea. I haven't seen anything from Daniel in a few days. And the way Daniel Larson works, a few days is like a few months for some people,
For sure. For sure.
The amount of auto tune in that.
All right. Oh no, let's not get
Copyright,
all over
copyright.
stream then. Oh my god. Oh
God.
Jesus Christ.
The lemur or not?
Copyright.
Lemur,
It is a good song though. Yeah, it is a good song though. It is a good song. You just aged me a little bit there, Chinchilla Nation. But I'm not sure too much about what was going on. Lemur, if you want to talk about any recent Daniel Larson going ons, you can go ahead, or what was going on there, and then I'll give my opinion on it. Then LNN can, and then we'll move on to the Genshin Groper. one of the most active lolcows we have ever seen. He pops in for a day and he makes waves. Earl Doobie, he's the real lolcow of the year, because there is no other lolcow who can go dead silent and then pop back on and just get immediate attention for how much of a dummy boy he is.
Most definitely. So Larson, apparently I tried to look it up. The most information I can get about this video was that he was with some people riding in their car. I guess they happen to have a joint, and I don't even know if he smoked it. I think he just got like a contact high. Now there is a lot of smoke in the car, so I mean, it's, how can you not get a contact high? So I'm sure he did have a little bit of a contact high, but I don't know enough for him to act the way that he was acting. Recently though, Daniel has been like dining and dashing is his new thing. He's going for like the petty theft type bullshit, because I guess in Colorado they're pretty lenient, so he can just basically go steal a meal and then get his ID taken and repeat. So that's what he's been doing. Supposedly some people have his ID. They've been posting it online. I don't know about that. I don't know if it's true, but yeah, that's basically what's happening in the Daniel Larson universe. A lot of bullshit, a lot of schizo posting, starting to become pretty repetitive. He's getting into his cycle, his little groove.
It's always really disheartening when a lolcow hits the middle of their, because every lolcow has their own circle that they repeat, and it's always tragic when they get right into the middle, and it's the boring times. You know, thank God for Larson, his boring times are like fast paced, like 2-3 days, and Daniel Larson could have done so much damage in 2 or 3 days, but then another 2 or 3 days, he can just die out, and he might be laying in a jail cell for a few hours. Then he gets out, and he just doesn't have time to get on his phone besides the schizo posting that he does constantly.
Yeah, what do you think, LNN? What's your feelings about Larson?
You know, honestly, Larson's an interesting character, that's for sure. From what we've seen with the weed videos, it's a little bit strange because he clearly seems like he's playing it up a little bit because he's high and he knows it, but I've not checked out his new channel. I know apparently his newest one has to allegedly be monitored, which, if that's the case, you would think they would see all the schizo posting and be like, maybe we check him out real quick.
Yeah, I think it's just some delusion in his head. I don't even think he's on that account anymore. He was on the monitored account, then he said it got hacked, and now he's on this one that's called like Hollywood Family account, even though he's in Colorado. So I guess it's got to have Hollywood in the name. I don't know why. It's kind of stupid.
It's Daniel. He's the most famous singer of our generation, man.
It's just where he's just synonymous. The name Daniel Larson is just synonymous with Hollywood.
Exactly. If it wasn't for Daniel Larson, there would be no Hollywood.
No, there'd be no Ben Affleck. Like, there'd be Leonardo DiCaprio. There'd be no other actors in this world if Daniel Larson wasn't born.
Daniel Larson truly did pave
And
the
to
way.
tell you what wouldn't be existing right now is he did. What wouldn't be existing right now is the lolcow bred right from Discord servers, and that is the white Bowser. Because the white Bowser, he's only ever got himself. He's like a Chance Wilkins in a sense, because in his mouth and started talking trash about some war veteran, Smokey. Didn't go and talk talked to him himself. Has talked to Smoke. His life has been nothing but a living hell, except when he goes offline and he's able to go groom children at his own free will. Because as we've been active YouTubers, the White Bowser has been dead silent the whole time. Ever since I've started, I always intended on he's been nowhere to be found. He literally went the same way as Chris Chan, except with Chris Chan, I was like, yeah, this is just too weird anymore. We're not making videos on this. To White Bowser, he just doesn't do anything. Happen to know about the White Bowser.
Well, one thing I know about Bowser is you cannot tell him a damn thing. That motherfucker will dox everybody.
Hey everyone, White Bowser here.
Oh yeah,
And
for
oh
sure.
my god. I almost mentioned it. Leaping Lemur. We had the person who uploaded the big ups to you, homie. Because without you, this would be lost to history, and nobody would know how much of an awful person the White Bowser truly was in his lifetime. Because I'm pretty sure, in fact I know, that this video was made probably within the same week that the White Bowser groped that one girl. And we know the White Bowser, he wouldn't do that to that girl intentionally. It was all a mistake. Because, I don't know if you guys have, but I'm pretty sure all three of you guys have been to work before, right? We've all went to work.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Right? I'm pretty sure most people in the chat, they've been to work. Now I have my work. Has anyone ever came up and said, okay, at the start of today, we're going to stick our hands in the middle like the Green Ranger, and we're gonna say "Go Team" at the very end of it, because we're a unit. We gotta have each other back. And you over there, I don't want your back. I want your breasts. So I'm gonna grope it real quick. Okay, my bad. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so happened to any one of us, because if my coworkers were like standing in a circle doing Power Rangers as stuff, I'd be like, oh my god, why did I come here today? Jesus, I've got to figure in my life out. You know, I would be the Debbie Downer that would be getting groped by the Genshin Groper as he reach around my shoulder to turn me around. 18-year-old chick. Yeah.
Yo, am I tripping? Or is like nothing going on right now?
Oh, dude, no, I don't think you're tripping.
Okay.
I think you froze. Bear with us, guys. Technical difficulties.
All right, we got to fill up this dead air. So let's fill up this dead air until something happens. I got a subscriber.
Now, men my
Oh,
age can relate to,
here we go.
growing up without a father. Now,
Thank
I
you,
kinda
Crazy Redhead,
somewhat
for the
covered
sub.
This topic
I appreciate it.
How dare
before in
you
a
steal one of my
previous episode
subs,
of
you bastard.
Diary of the White Bowser, but I want to go more in depth to it, because as society keeps on like
Also,
progressing,
hey, Crazy
we're
Redhead,
seeing
welcome
more
to
and
the
more
stream.
instances of when fathers are sort of, well, not only thrown to the side compared to the mother or whatever, but we're seeing instances where fathers might be wrongfully accused of certain actions that they didn't mean to
So
do,
basically, he's
or-
trying to
or
say that
they're
the
just-
reason that, like, I guess he's trying to say that the reason he was so infatuated with women growing up is because he didn't have a father. You'll see later. So he kind of blames not having a father on what he did. You know, like he tries to use that as an excuse in a sort of way. It's weird, his thinking, his whole logic in this video.
Oh shoot, man. I think those people who are like feigning for their dad are just weirdos, man. If they're alive and well, man, don't even worry about it. If they're not seeing you, well, it might be on purpose. And if you're the white Bowser, we know that the white Bowser, he has some deep resentment for his dad. Why? Because he just happens to remember when he was 4 years old and his dad was like playing airplane with him. Think right. He'll grow out of it. And he's like seeing him in the air. And the white Bowser, the only thing his tismed mind can focus on is the fan blade ripping around. He's just thinking, it's gonna cut me to pieces. It's gonna cut me to pieces. And then from there on out, he never liked his dad.
So, how many inches max y'all think his cock is? I'm going with 1.
I was going with 1.5.
I'm gonna be generous and say 2.
I'd say 2 on a good day. 2 when
And
the blood's flowing.
It's fair because none of us can give him higher than a 2 because he's a self-proclaimed micro penis. And when I think of micro, I think of very small. So this is all White Bowser's fault.
I'd say not even an inch. I forgot about the micro penis.
Wrongfully discriminated against. And
Jesus
that
Christ.
can be detrimental. I mean, you've seen the memes all over the internet, really, where it's like, I went to court, but my wife had a better lawyer. You've seen those memes, and it's like it's really tragic when the parents can go to war with each other. And
have you guys ever watched Tim and Eric?
Aside and say, hey, yo,
No, but there's a reason I never watched Tim and Eric. When I was growing up, I don't know, Tim and Eric just seemed mildly disturbing to me. It seemed like on the same level as Moral Oral. Yeah, it was like the TV show I woke up to in the middle of the night, like, oh man, am I gonna creep over there and get that remote? Nah, I'm just gonna close my eyes and hope I can't hear this.
Well, I personally, I was the weird kid. I used to watch shows like that all the time. I don't know why, but there's this character on Tim and Eric, and his name is Dr. Steve Brule. And if you take a picture of Dr. Steve Brule and put it next to the white Bowser, it would be like you were looking at the same image. Your eyes wouldn't be able to comprehend the difference. It would be so minuscule that your eyes wouldn't be able to comprehend it. It's crazy how much this guy, especially with the poofy hair, he looks like if Dr. Steve Brule did crack. And that's saying a lot because the guy already looks pretty fucked up.
Oh, well, isn't that that's John Hurley, right? John H. Hurley or something like that, the same guy on Step Brothers?
Yes. Yeah, it is. It's John,
yeah.
John C.
He
Riley,
100%
right?
looks like him.
John C. Riley.
Yeah,
that's
John
his name.
C. Riley.
Yeah. He does. He looks exactly like him.
Yeah. I think the best thing about White Bowser looking exactly like him is he's like the tismed version of him. Not even the tismed version to be mean. He's like the guy who he thinks he's trying really hard in life by doing all these weird things. But no, White Bowser is literally just sitting there working on My Little Pony fan fiction, My Little Pony music videos that would never get anywhere. Like, his biggest achievement in life is a second place My Little Pony music video. And I'm not sure if Earl Doobie is a good AMV editor, but if I was an AMV editor, I think I would shoot a little bit higher than Brony's just jacking off to my music video, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure. He just goes and he finds like, oh, what are the hottest pictures of these ponies? And he goes and he just starts like looking through, saving them all, and next thing you know, pops out a video. There you go.
It's really amazing, you know. When I was growing up, I thought there was only going to be the weird horse girl. I never knew there was going to be the weird My Little Pony guys. You know, not even into real horses, just into fake little horses. That it's a kid's show. It's basically like watching Max and Ruby all day, 100%. Like, if you guys did you guys watch Max and Ruby?
Oh hell yeah, I did. I watched the fuck out of that
No,
show.
Yeah.
but my nieces and nephews did.
Old, get him out of here. He's old.
Hey, fuck you. Hey, you listen here, you
Listen,
little bastard.
Max and Ruby, Max didn't even talk. That's the complexities that was happening in this show. It was literally Max like, oh, there's this thing. And then you have Ruby coming in there. No, Max, don't do that. I mean, we got the same complexity level going on with My Little Pony. At the most, there's just a whole bunch of different ponies. It's like the Mortal Kombat 3 of pony tiers, you know? Do you like the blue pony? Do you like the gold pony? Or do you like the green pony? Well, I like the yellow pony because he's got a skull face. Except it's just reversed and there's a bunch of rainbows on her butt.
If you said those words to Chris Chan, you know what would happen? It would be bad. It would be bad for all of us if Chris Chan was in the same room as one of us. I don't know what would happen. All I know is that man cares about his My Little Pony.
Speaking of things Chris Chan would do to you if you disgrace one of his ponies, just like you did Sonic the Hedgehog, I got a small chinchilla story. I've only ever been maced once in my life, right? And it was by my own hands. I was walking down to my cousin's house because one of my homies was like, hey, we're gonna go party. And I was like, oh, that's great. I walked down to my cousin's house and just wait on you there because I live up on a huge hill. So I walked down there and one of our girlfriends was over who obviously has pepper spray on her keychain because I live in the ville of meth heads and crackheads. You probably need it, even though methamphetamine is a far stronger stimulant than any bit of mace could ever do. So I'm looking at it and I'm a little regarded. I'm like, this looks like a lighter right here. Why does she have a lighter on her keychain? So I'm twisting it around. I got it looked right into my eyes. And I clicked it because I wanted to see if it lit. And right then and there, Chinchilla Nation, Legion, Lemur, whatever LNN calls his people, I pepper sprayed myself so bad. And it was a high tiers pepper spray. I mean, I was snotting and I thought my nose was bleeding, but it was literally just chili flakes or whatever the hell else is in pepper spray just running right out of my nose for hours and hours on end. The fact that I got drunk that night is amazing, but it was the only thing that I was like, this is the only thing that's going to help. And I realized on
pour
that
some
day,
milk on your face.
if a cop ever says it didn't help, it didn't help at all. Didn't help at all. I don't know what they're talking about. It just hurt. It hurt a whole lot, and no milk just helped it. Like, if a cop ever says they're about to mace me, they got me. They got me, bro. 'Cause they're not gonna do all the work I did on my face to just feel a little bit better. Now, if they say they're gonna tase me, yeah, I might run a little bit. I've never been tased. I don't know what that's like.
It's not a fun experience.
So they better say they're gonna
I can tell you
mace me
that.
firsthand.
Yeah, I've never
I've
been
had to be
tased.
pepper sprayed and tased for work-related purposes. And let me tell you now, I would rather take a can of mace straight to the cock than get tased again.
Yeah, it don't sound fun. On a semi-related note, have you guys seen the video where the guy, there's this guy filming on the street, and this guy's like, "Why are you filming?" And he gets up in this cameraman's face, and the cameraman, you know, he's trying to fight the cameraman. The cameraman pepper sprays this dude, and you see this like, you know, he's acting all tough, and next thing you know, he's crying like pepper spray will fold somebody. Especially, I'm not even talking like if you just use pepper spray, like consider like bear mace. Now that's something that would like, that's gonna stop somebody right there, man.
I don't even want to think about it, bro. I don't even want to think about it.
Chinchilla, how much we
Because
gotta
the
pay you
pepper
to
spray
get
I
bear
sprayed in
mace?
my face, tons and tons of Patreons and members, like 100 on both of them, like 100%. Because regular pepper spray, a little bit higher grade pepper spray, took me out of the game. I was neutralized. Bear mace, I might want to commit Sudoku or something like that in Minecraft. I don't know, but I can only imagine that sucking very, very much. And I know we haven't watched the video in a second, so I'll get right back into that, homies.
Relationship that I have with my man is more important than you, the child that I'm trying to raise to be a productive and successful human being. Kind of a messed up way of thinking, that you would put your love life over your child. My mom often said that she kind of almost never had a boyfriend again after my dad my dad ran away. Yeah, my dad ran away from my
I don't
mom
blame
and
him.
I know.
and ran
After
back
listening
over
to that
the
voice,
state on the East Coast,
Jesus.
and just never came back for 3 years until
Good.
wanted to be back in my life. Naivete of my youth, I kind of accepted him back into my life, and me and my dad were able to repair our relationship after that, somewhat, sort of.
Pause. Because it's kind of
But
glitchy.
Go ahead,
most
homie.
people never repair.
Is it glitchy for you, LNN?
No, it's doing okay for me. I think.
What was you saying? Like,
Chat, is
oh,
looking good?
glitching.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be my internet too. So I was thinking like maybe we can download them. I don't know. It's an afterthought. We'll talk about it after.
Oh, that is a brilliant idea, Leaping Lemur. That is actually a brilliant idea. That's what we'll do next stream. We don't even have to think about it. If we can, that's what we're doing. Here, I'm gonna play the stream because I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. So
Their
hopefully
relationship
it's
with their fathers,
completely good.
and it ultimately changes the course of their lives forever. And because of that, there can be a lot of mental side effects, and I've witnessed this firsthand. Really, the biggest side effect of not being able to grow up with a father, the biggest side effect of not growing up with a father
Is groping
is that
women.
you don't really know.
Redhead and heretic, y'all are both going
You
to
don't
hell.
really know how to, and I've said this before, you don't really know how to address the opposite sex. and that's funny because you would think that your mother would be able to teach you how to talk to girls because she is a girl. But really, your mother is only there to sort of support you. I mean, if you're heterosexual or whatever, it's your father who tells you, yo, this is how you talk to girls to get a girlfriend. You know what I mean? But without a father, without a father, you kind of like approach girls and you don't really know what to say to them or how to act. This kind of like contributes to when I was in middle school and high school. I had a massive problem with just staring at girls and being enamored by them, being mesmerized by them, and I never knew how to talk to them. Never. The hormones when they're a teenager. We just all go through that phase, quite honestly. But it's just like, not only did I not know how to control my hormones like every other teenager, but I didn't know how to.
Okay, I'm back, everybody.
release
How many
them into a
terabytes do you guys
into a helpful,
think are in
productive
those
conversation.
boxes back there? How many terabytes do you think he's got stored away in those boxes?
At least one.
Terabytes? Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about right now. Oh god, guys. If there's not at least 5, I don't know, man. Those boxes are there for a reason. You know, I think Earl Doobie heard that if you pile as many boxes as you can, the police or the FBI can't trace your flash drives you got hidden in the wall safe behind them.
This guy's definitely dumb enough that he thinks that he's like, oh, if the cops come and search it, they're gonna think that these are just I'm just moving, guys. Don't search that. Search these other boxes over here. You know, he's dumb enough to think some stupid shit. Who has boxes stacked in the back of their house?
Yeah, right. The white Bowser moving.
Exactly. You know, after getting a...
Maybe moving a few feet.
It really is a suspicious thing. Like, either, like, the Bowser's mom is a hoarder, because Bowser doesn't seem like a hoarder, because he would have, like, pretty much a Chris Chan room. Like, I literally think his room would look exactly like Chris Chan's, because they're into the exact same things. So I think this is either his mom stuff, or something the Leaping Lemur was telling me about earlier. It's very possible that Bowser's like tism makes him very attached to things. Like he can't get rid of them. I think that's also a possibility. What's your guys' opinion on that?
I can see it.
Yeah, he's pretty fucked up in the head.
Yeah, like Lemur was telling me, Bowser is going to be raging in this video. I forgot this was this video we were probably talking about. He's going to be raging in this video about people not signing a poster.
Oh no,
for one of his teachers that died in the middle of the year.
That's the next one. This one he's just gonna go on
Oh,
about.
you can go ahead on me.
This one he's just gonna go on about like his dad. The next one he's gonna freak out about. He's gonna like start talking about how he hates his other teacher for some personal thing that he shouldn't be talking about. He says he names the first teacher who passed away, says I'm not gonna name this next teacher. And then continues to name them, and then says, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anyway. And then just names them. It's crazy. But in this video, he's pretty...
The white Bowser.
He's just being dumb. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
it. He's just like talking shit in this video. It's not really anything
The
too...
white Bowser is so great with his doxing. Like, I'm always afraid to, like, tell a slight story, and I'm like, I'm gonna say my first name, even though I know my niece doxes me every single stream, like, slightly. The white Bowser will say anybody's name, not only their first name. He's throwing out the last, too. And he's also probably throwing out where they work as well. Like, if you know white Bowser personally, you've got doxed. And if he's talking to you intimately at all, like his therapist or that Indian girl he was totally gonna date who let him down super easy, you're getting doxed, homie. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
He was threatening Smokey and saying that he was going to give out his email and being like, I'll just dox your email. Like, what a dick.
Yeah. It was great that Smokey's email was doxed by Smokey himself because, it's his work email. So white Bowser couldn't affect him in the slightest because,
Yeah.
I mean...
It's in his bio.
You can't give anything to Earl. Yeah, right? Earl doesn't know that because the only thing Earl cares about Smokey MC is the fact that Smokey clowned on him one time and ruined his life. And if there is any life to ruin, it's people like Earl's, 100%. Like, if you get caught up in things like Chris Hansen level stuff, or DAP, or even on the level just Earl was doing, been a complete weirdo in a Discord, I think your life deserves to be ruined to an extent, to a small extent, or a huge one. I'm lying. I think get ruined to a huge extent, but I'll be nice. I'll pretend to be nice, Oh, so let me jump right back into this video real quick, homies. Work.
With that one opposite sex woman or girl that I wanted to talk to, that I had a crush on. All I could say was beep bop boop boop beep. Will you go out with me? And that was it. And then the girl would usually
Well, what was the
say
alternative?
no, and it would be
I guess
on
groping.
to the next thing in my life, to having.
It really was, because as someone who was like raised in a similar situation as Earl, he is like minorly correct, but he was also correct. All Earl had to do was just ask him out and not be a weirdo. Like, there's ways to be saying the exact same words, but Earl just had no chance because how awkward he was approaching the situation. He was probably making it a game. So like if she said no, like, well, I can't hurt my feelings because it's a joke. Haha, joke's on you. Let me go cry in the boys' bathroom so you can't see me. I don't know. Now that they didn't say anything, they might not. But for sure, that's probably what the White Bowser was dealing with at the time.
Off, but then she moved away, and I went through a phase where I was really introverted, and that lasted until middle school when I tell you, first day of 7th grade. First day of 7th grade hit me like a truck. First day of 7th grade hit me like a truck. I saw a girl in the hallway, immediate butterflies in my stomach. Didn't know what the fuck that feeling was because it felt like butterflies in my stomach, and I went home. My mom said, "Earl, you're love struck. You have a crush. You're obviously straight." it's like you don't know what that feeling is because, well, the father is supposed to elicit how to handle that emotion or how to deal with that, how to productively introduce yourself to that special girl you have a crush on, and you don't know how to do that because you don't have a father. And to this very day, like, yeah, I've been in relationships before, but well, semi-relationships. I shouldn't.
He can't even admit that
I've been in semi-relationships.
That he's been in a relationship.
But
Jesus.
I've never been in a real relationship in my life until, well, just now. Until just 2. If I had a father.
You know what's weird? He's like super down to admit he's a virgin, but not super down to admit he's never been in a committed relationship. Those are both. You think you would admit to the one before the other,
Yeah, he's definitely a weird one.
In my life,
he's backwards.
Who I could discuss I might have had a girlfriend earlier in my life if I had a father in my life. I might have. I am 28 years old and I have never had a kiss from a girl and I've never had sex. but I credit that.
Yikes.
I credit that to the fact that I never had a father in my life. Like, when you don't have a father.
I like how immediately he goes to blaming someone else instead of like, maybe there's a few things I could work on here that might make these things happen for me. It was my dad. It's all my dad's fault.
Exactly. He just goes right to pointing the finger at, just coming up with whatever excuse he can for why he decides to grope women instead of actually having a regular conversation with them and developing a relationship beyond just being a weirdo.
I mean, in all honesty, it's not even that like he's a heavy groper because he only gained the balls to grope one time and it immediately backfired on him. Now he just sits on Discord. What is it? Daddy Butcher, right? I think I might not be mistaken. Claiming to be a daddy butcher and just talking to random girls on the internet. And gosh, I really hate to say this, Chinchilla Nation, but if the Lansing he's not from Lansing, that's Crystal Station, but if the Michigan police will not arrest this guy for the wrongdoings he's already committed, I truly hope that's the worst he continues to commit. It's just messaging. Because messaging, it will mess up a mind. It's still terrible. But, thank God he's not out in the field anymore.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. He's trying to creep his way back on the internet. Slowly but surely. So
I really think he did. Yeah, I really think he is. The White Bowser has been around. Like, there's no doubt about it. But I think the White Bowser is actually smart enough to not name himself like something like Cyrax would, where we immediately know, oh, that's a Cyrax name. You guys feel me on that one?
yeah, and he's got all his little. He says he's got like 5 burner
He likes
accounts.
to to teach you the ins and outs
Yeah. So I think Bowser's been around, just not active.
of being in a loving relationship. You don't know how to approach it. And so, as a consequence, yeah, I've never really kissed a girl or had sex. I'm 28 years old. But now I do have a girlfriend, and I'm very thankful for that. And I
The pressure on this poor girl.
guess that's another real consequence of growing up without a father is, yes, you have no authority figure in your life. You have no one in your life to say, you should not do that, don't do that, and this is right and this is wrong. Now, you can attribute the fact that your mother can also tell you what is right and wrong, but she can't really flatline your ass onto the ground and slam you against a wall if you get out of line. It's usually the father's job to get a little bit
girl's talking
physical.
about. Has he never met a woman from the
How to stop
south?
and control your emotions.
Yeah, I don't know. My mom's pretty tough. I don't know.
Not saying that every father should beat up their kid, but ooh, doggy, it's usually the father that lands a smack.
Well, here's the weird thing about it, Chinchilla Nation and you guys. If he can come up with these ideas on his own, right? Just sitting there and like, well, I think a father, he probably should just lay the foot down whenever I'm acting a little bit acoustic. And that's what they should do. That's what a will man would do. So Earl has these ideas in his head, and he like slightly understands this is how I should be acting. But nah, he can just run right over his mom is pretty much what I'm hearing from this. It's like he can just run right over her, and she's not gonna say a word about it. She's gonna be like, that Earl Doob, he's such a good boy. And she goes to her Dollar General job. My Earl Doob, he would never touch a soul, only himself. He touches himself a lot.
He touches himself in the hearts of millions of
don't
My
ever
Little
know how
Pony
to,
fans.
Control themselves. Now,
Facts.
that's not to say that I respect those who abuse their children, but I will say this: my mother did spank me when I was young, so I'm not sure if I
Not enough.
would be a proponent for spanking. I would just say I've experienced it, and it did definitely solidify in my mind when you need emotions. And I'm going
What was you saying, homie?
to go. There were several times where I often struggled with my own religion. Not that I struggle with it. Well, I did struggle with it, but I also turned to religion to help myself growing up without a father, and that's why I often go to God. In my faith as Christianity, I go to God to look for guidance, and I pray and I look for the right kind. Give compliments. Know how to control my emotions and not be manipulative. Not let my emotions manipulate me. And
What the hell? We had a white bar? We're buffering? Excuse me, Chinchilla Nation. I hope my internet didn't drop.
I've often said
You guys are still there, right?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay. I was hoping my internet didn't drop. All right,
greatest
we're okay.
vice that I struggle with.
Probably not good,
Yeah,
but we're okay.
I can get very vehemently angry. I can get violently angry.
Well, that's
you don't
good.
You don't want to see me when I'm angry. Like the reason why I was in karate for so long was because
Everyone
of
who says some shit like that is always the first one to fold in a fight.
No
You don't
doubt
want to
you're
see
an
me when I'm
person.
angry.
Oh God. Well, I think Earl Doob has admitted that he would never be in a confrontation in his life. That's just not him. So yeah, I definitely think people like that can get very, very angry. In fact, I would say those are some of the angriest people in the world, or people who just sit there and rage out constantly and have no outlet for them to like express their emotions. So yeah, I guarantee you Earl could be violently angry, except not to your face. Like Earl looks like the kind of guy that would stab you in the back. Or Riddler you to death. If anyone has watched something like that at the beginning, they'll be right to the back of the skull. You never knew he was there, and then he'd go post it on the internet and be so proud of his accomplishments until the cops came, and then it would just be, oh god, a whole lot of crying, just a whole lot.
Boy, you don't want to see me if I want to, but like, I really want to say like and this goes back to a video I actually watched a few days ago, when Judge Judy said fathers are not second-class citizens.
You know what? I think that's enough about Earl talking about his daddy issues. I don't know. Tired of hearing Earl complain about his dad issues. You know what? Next thing. That's it. The next thing I really wanted to hear about is Earl just getting so emotional about his teacher dying, which is tragic. You know, don't get me wrong, guys. Like, people dying is not funny. To an extent.
Oh, what the fuck? That was weird.
I would imagine I'm back, aren't I?
Yeah, that was crazy. I honestly zoned the fuck out right there. I'm sorry, y'all, but I did. I noticed. I think you left for a second.
Well, I didn't leave nowhere. I was
Okay. I'm
here.
high.
I was talking.
My eyes.
I
been
have no
closed.
idea what the stream could have heard or what you could have heard. But basically, what I was saying, if nobody heard me, if no one heard me, well, you know, I'm a little bit tired of hearing about White
Hey, when White
Bowser's
Bowser here-
daddy problems. Because if anyone has deserved daddy problems, it might be the White Bowser. And I said a few funny things. I like to think I'm funny. In between that, if you didn't hear it, that's your bad. So we're gonna start up. Any idea of besides the teacher stuff, what he's gonna be going on about?
I believe he goes on about. I don't. To be honest with you, I just got super high. I would have been able to tell you like 30 minutes ago. I would have been able to tell you all about it. But I know that he goes on and on about how his teacher passed away and how it made him sad. Here we go. He takes this like weird, just random turn in a whole opposite direction. It talks about whether or not people should support people who did sexual crimes. He's like, or should we accept their apologies, basically? Should we forgive them, was his whole question. And it's weird that he framed this question that at the time that he did, because this was, I think, 2 days after his groping incident. So he just, he's randomly having this diary video. He's randomly filming this diary
can I
video.
chime in real quick?
Yeah.
Can I chime in real quick? What's amazing about you saying that, it just dawned on me. When we first met the White Bowser, what was he saying that his actions were? An accident, and that he deserves no hate for it. But the fact that 2 days later, if this is 2 days later, or within the same week, same month, we didn't know who White Bowser was at this time. He's still just some that's like that guy at this moment. And Earl Doobie is admitting that his actions were probably a little more assault worthy than he would like to admit later. Sorry to chime in there, Lemur. If you want to finish, or if you was done.
Yeah, that was
Just let
pretty
me know,
much
homie.
that was pretty much it. He just goes on about how people should forgive, or whether or not people should forgive others who committed sexual crimes, and I don't know why he decides to talk about it, but at least at the time, somebody watching would be like, oh, why is he talking about this? And then you look in the comments, and then you see when it was posted, and it's like, okay, it makes sense now. It was just on his mind.
I can't see my chat at the moment, but I'm just gonna assume there's at least $50 in tips right now, and I'm gonna take some insane fire sales for this video.
In high school. Now,
I'll be
Tons of
right
them.
back, fellas. I gotta run to the bathroom.
Might remember, I was bullied throughout school, but it's like I said before in the previous episode.
If anyone doesn't know,
my mom
I was joking.
transferred me to my
I
mom transferred
was
me
100%
to a
joking. I
private
don't even
high
have a
school
PayPal open.
to hopefully avoid bullying. When I got quite refreshing. It was quite refreshing. So, in more ways than one, I really found a belonging in my new high school, both with teachers, with classmates, and everyone. It was a very nice community. I don't know if it being a private high school gave it that oomph, or gave it that setting. You would think private high schools would be more bullying, but let's get back on topic. So, during my senior year of my high school, there's no easy way to say this because I still have feelings for the situation even a decade later. My high school counselor passed away in my senior year of high school. She lost her life to a bacteria that ravaged her stomach.
It was called Deal with Earl Doobie Too Much. You deal with Earl Doobie, it starts in your brain, and then it slows down, and then it enters your stomach, enters your core, and it just eats you alive till you're nothing left anymore. Because we had a daily schedule marked out for the White Bowser. Me personally, I seen my counselor during our ACTs when she said, "Mr. Chinchilla, you better actually do this." And I was like, I'll do them senior year counselor. Every year, every senior gets taken in and you talk about your future. That was the only time I seen my counselor. Please tell me people. Oh God, are we back? Are we back?
I heard some of that. I heard a good amount of it. Yeah.
Please tell me where I ended off, and if you remember.
The last thing I heard was you talking about how you only went to see your counselor one time. That's the last thing I remember you talking about. I don't know about if LNN's back, if he heard any of it. It might just be on my end though. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was actually two times, because you go see her. She told me to go do my ACTs. Oh, who knows? Probably both, because my stream said it was reconnecting. So I imagine it was for everyone. You know, my counselor said, drew me in there once and was like, hey, are you going to do your ACTs? Are you actually going to do things, Braxton? Yeah, I'll probably. Also called me in there because I'm reconnecting again. All right, it's a failed story. It's a failed story. I keep reconnecting. Watch the video, homies.
Her name was Miss Pardue, and she was an inspiration to all my friends and all my classmates. I'm not kidding you. She was inspiration to the 9th graders, to the 10th graders, to the 12th graders, and even to the other teachers. Because Ms. Pardue dedicated her life to helping each and every one of my friends and classmates. She did. And she was so dedicated to helping the students of our school. It was because of her selflessness that, well, let's just say I heard it from the horse's mouth. She could have prevented her death. It just be why she was having so many stomach pains. And yeah, it was a bacteria, a deadly one apparently, in her gut. It was at that point when I was just so shocked. Being 18 years old at the time, it was hard for me to comprehend. It was hard for me to fathom how someone could care so deeply about her students at school, children that weren't even hers, that she would not take care of herself just to really...
Okay, I can imagine I can be heard at the moment, right? Am I right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. Earl Doobie just... I'm not gonna go on long here, but Earl Doobie made no sense right there. And it's a teacher, homie. She's dealing with some of the highest stress you could possibly be dealing with. Alright? Of course she's not taking care of herself as much as she would children every day. Reconnect. Okay, I'm back. Could you imagine? I'm sorry. Could you imagine, dealing with 20 or 30 plus kids in a classroom every single period, and yourself? Nah, I'm gonna bacteria do the job for me.
Huh. You know what? We all gotta.
Alright.
We gotta get
I'm just
pucks.
glad
We gotta get
glad
Wi-Fi
you-
pucks.
you guys can hear me. I'm gonna start the video. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying we gotta get Wi-Fi pucks. You know those Wi-Fi pucks you can like, you rent out from like AT&T or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, we might have to.
Just to really make sure no one felt alone. And yeah.
Oh yeah.
this
Oh
is
god. Can't you just buy those often?
happened
She's
was,
one of the top
Miss Party's best friend was a substitute teacher at school.
tier Chinchilla
And what I
Nation
did
viewers.
after
I always
finding
love
out
seeing
about
Slated
that
Coffin.
Was I
Jesus. Holy Jesus. Please tell me you guys can hear me.
Barely.
Because at this point, I think we got to switch over to Lemur or LNN. Because my internet has just completely trashed the bed tonight. Okay. Oh, look, I'm even having the experience interruptions. You know, I'm getting called out by YouTube right now. They know I'm streaming. Yeah, LNN or Lemur, please pull this up because you know my internet's going to trash, and you know we at least gotta have the fans watching the video at the very least, you know.
Let me see what I can do here.
Yeah, I was about to ask if you got it this time, Liams.
Yeah. Let me just set up my stream.
I'm so. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Chinchilla Nation.
What's up, guys?
I didn't. My dude, he never came. All of my friends have been texting me like, "Hey, what are you up to?" I'm like, "Hey, I got something big going on right now." No, my God. Hey, Chinchilla Nation. Oh my God, I just missed out on a parlay of all of my homies just won $600 some for the pick I predicted. Oh my God, you guys don't even know. All right, if you guys don't do it, the UFC parlay is insane. And your boy Chinchilla, he likes UFC and he is hella good at the predictions. I didn't put my parlay in, and oh man, I'm a little salty about that, but we're all good. This is a side note to all the homies. Parlay. See, you want to join the Chinchilla Nation Discord? Well, you better have Legion Lemur posted in his chat or LNN because I can't post anything in my chat. It's a struggle night, but I've been doing good for days we be doing because oh my God, complain.
All right, can y'all see my screen?
Yeah.
They probably my cat can't. Okay, so let me I'm gonna close this out just for a second. Chinchilla Nation, I'm gonna jump over to Lemur's stream just so I don't dox them or anything, which you guys know I'm good at. I'm pretty good at that. So we'll take some precautions. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, Lemur, I'm all ready. And chat, I didn't forget to do it for you guys. Let's full screen it. Oh my God.
Oh my, your call is so much clearer
All
now that you're not sharing. Jesus Christ, it's become so much
yeah.
clearer.
I would imagine so. Okay. Yeah, I told you at the beginning my internet's trash. But here, let me run to the bathroom real quick. And these two can either talk or play the video. I don't know what they're up to. But Chinchilla Nation, I know you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, let's just watch him get because by the time Chinchilla comes back, we'll be in the climax of this video, I should say, the prime or the climax of this video.
And name her name. Because honestly, I still... What happened was, Ms. Pardu's best friend was a substitute teacher at school. And what I did, after finding out that Ms. Pardu died, was I made a giant poster that was shaped like a giant heart. And I told Miss Mena to... Crap, I said her name. Oh my god. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter. I told her to, you know, have people sign this giant heart poster while I was in class that day. Because, you know, I had to go to class. I had to go to class to, you know... I had to go to class to do my schoolwork. So I just said, like,
Okay.
yo, can you please
Hey,
have...
I'm back. I'm back.
Got you. So basically right now, I guess he's just complaining about, he just started complaining about how she didn't want to get the other kids to sign a poster for him. Like, imagine you're grieving. I guess supposedly he states that they were best friends. So imagine you lost your best friend and you're grieving, and this kid comes up to you, and he's like, "Have all these students sign this poster for me." And the teacher's probably thinking in her mind, "Why can't this kid just go and do it himself if
Okay,
he's so
okay.
worried
Hey,
about
one
it?"
second, Lemur.
Are you
Are we
back?
still on my screen?
Are you?
It looks like we're still on my screen, the 557, or did you not start the video again?
Let
I'm
me
just
see.
checking. Yeah.
I have my stream open.
Okay, maybe it's just off on mine. Continue what you're doing. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll fix my own problems.
All right, I think I explained it. Oops, wrong tab. I think I explained it good enough.
My friends
There we
and
go.
classmates to come to
finally
Ms.
changed it
Pardu's
for me.
classroom, sign this giant heart poster. And she said, sure. Come the end of the day,
What's going on, Stefano? How you
go
doing?
back to Ms. Pardu's room, and only 3 people signed the big heart poster.
Okay,
So
okay.
I look at Ms. Mena and I say,
There we go. There we go. Things seem to be sitting back in line
why is
finally.
this so empty? Why is this so empty?
Yeah, so he's mad at her about this heart poster when he himself could have just went around and asked the kids if he was so worried about it. I mean, he's just being a douche. And he goes on to say that he hates her for this.
And she just says, it shouldn't be my job to...
Oh,
she said,
my God,
she
bro.
said, it shouldn't be my job
Like,
to
if you're going to be that up in arms about it, you're 100% right, Lemur. You should be doing it yourself, homie. Why does another teacher have to do it? Who knows what their relationship is? They might not even have been friends. Like, just make a random poster for the lady.
Exactly. He's just
a heart poster. Now, that really got me angry. It made me think that she didn't care that her best friend died. It made me think that Miss Pardu's death didn't matter to her, or my feelings about Miss Pardu's death didn't matter to her. To this day,
look at how angry. Did you see that exhale? Look at how angry this guy is. He's
Could
really...
you imagine having feelings about someone who's not related to you?
I mean, he's just got some other type of obsessive thing going on.
Bro, she's not even related to you. It's her death. She doesn't matter to you, homie. Or Earl Doobie. What is he gonna do without me?
For real.
To this day,
Oh.
still, I hold a hard dislike for.
We're good. I was just
that
lagging
teacher.
a little bit.
And throughout my entirety of senior year, I held a grudge. For my entirety of senior year, I held a grudge against her. A really hard grudge. Like the kind of
A willy hard grudge.
grudge that every time I looked
This
at
still
her,
blows my mind.
all
He
I could
doesn't
see
know her. Why?
was
Why
pure
does he
evil.
even care?
Like,
She
I just
doesn't
wanted to
care
slap that bitch.
about him. The one who's alive, I'm talking
Let me
Wait, did he
Uh,
just say? Sorry to
at this
interrupt you.
point.
Did you hear that? Did you guys? I think he just said he was gonna slap her.
that bitch.
So he's gonna slap that bitch.
I think you said he was going to slap her.
Like the kind of grudge that every
He
time I
might
looked at
have.
her,
Yeah.
all I could see was
Earl's the kind of
pure
guy.
evil.
I don't think he means it. You know. I think it's more of a visceral thought for him than an actual meaning.
Yeah, he's just
Because
saying
Earl
it.
Doobie has a micro penis and no balls.
Just saying it for dramatic effect. Yeah.
Like I just wanted to slap that bitch. Okay,
Yep, he
let
did
me-
say that.
Let me try to move on. So basically, not now.
And then his mom's like, Earl,
And please
Earl.
leave.
He's all, get out of here, bitch.
Who are
Let
you
me
going to
try
hit?
Move on.
That would
So
be so
basic-
great if Earl had the balls
Not
to
now.
actually do that last line.
So basically,
Go on.
it was really hard to let go of that hate. It was really hard because Ms. Pardue meant so much to me and everyone at the school.
What's amazing about
You could
this
say-
is that's a full dox too, because literally you just have to know Earl's hometown and look up that lady's last name, and she's doxed.
Yeah,
So
the
now
school.
she should hate Earl.
Exactly. I mean, she's passed away, so. And the other girl, too. Now, it doesn't matter. It's not like anybody probably watched these anyway, but it's still shitty that he's just putting these people's names out there.
You could say.
Well, what's
that,
unfortunate
why
for
didn't-
these people is now we're watching them, and other people are also watching them now. Probably more right now than Earl had people watching him then. So it's a little dangerous still to this day.
Exactly. Yeah, it will get spread around.
anyone else hate her?
I'm gonna call her
Well-
tomorrow.
Losing someone like Ms. Pardue, it was hard for someone to wrap their head around hate when every one of my friends felt so sad, and I guess that just made me fill up with more hate. It took me to a time where it took me a lot of time. It took me a lot of time to forgive her for what she did to me or how she made me feel. But everyone has to realize something, and I mean this sincerely. Everyone deals with death in a different way. Everyone expresses sadness in a different way. And we as people have to realize that everyone means something to someone else differently. I can say quite honestly that this teacher had a history with Miss Pardue that I didn't. She knew her for years upon years upon years. I only knew Miss Pardue for a little over 3 years. So who am I to argue against how a friend like her reacts to my counselor's passing. Who am I to judge that? Who are we to judge anyone how that person deals with death? You
And then somehow he tries to relate this to sexual crimes. I mean, like, come on. Doesn't even make sense.
really gotta think about that, because
Now I can't wait for that part.
how someone deals with a loved one
Fuck, Earl.
passing, it's their own business. It's their own battle. It's their own mental adjustment to a world without their friend or loved one. It's an inner conflict that never really solves itself. You have to live with that person not being there for the rest of your life into the next.
For the rest of their life.
So I hated this teacher for a very long time, and I expressed my hate towards this teacher for a very long time. To this day, I still hate her, but I have forgiven her. Because I understand how
That doesn't even fucking make sense. That's so, like, stupid. It's just contradiction.
I swear I think Earl has heard that in some kind of anime before, and it was just some kind of mistranslation between the dub and the sub. So now Earl's just got that pinned in his brain, you know?
Exactly. What
And the worst part about it is, we probably won't even ever figure out what kind of anime it is, because it's one of them weirdo animes. You know, ones like Cyrax has pinned up on his wall.
Yeah, it's something that's definitely illegal to own in the U.S. for sure.
Is yeah, I'm not even sure. Is Jesus Christ, I am. Yeah, I should be. But it's something on a Tuesday. Someone in chat can post it. Lemur, you can tell me. Or is it on a Tuesday, right?
Whoa. Yo, Ghost just gifted 5 memberships. The GOAT.
Hey, big ups, Ghost.
GOAT. Let's go. All right, sorry. What were you saying?
Shoot.
You're getting cut off a little bit there.
Oh, no, that's no problem. I have no idea when it happened. So, like, what was the anime Earl was most known for? It's something on a Tuesday, right? Or Wednesday?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have no idea what animes this guy is, but are you talking about something that he makes like the AMVs on or whatever they're called?
Tawawa Earl's Watch. Yeah, exactly. The AMV stuff. Like, you know, Tawawa on a Wednesday, it just popped into my brain. You know, this is the stuff Earl was watching. You know, I watched Death Note. I thought Death Note was like amazing. I thought that was awesome. And like I'm watching Attack on Titans right now. And you know what? Attack on Titans is good. Like it's legit, right? But man, whatever the hell Earl was watching, man, he's out there, guys.
Another 5 members. That's 10 total members right there. Ghost, that's crazy, bro. Chill.
Big ups, homie. Big ups.
Whew. Dang.
But anyhow, yeah, the Genshin Groper, bro. Like Earl. So in this video, he relates his trauma that he's facing, right?
Can you guys hear me?
I might have died out stream. I'm not
No,
too
okay,
positive.
I can hear you now.
Maybe,
I can hear you.
potentially.
I can hear you. I can hear you. I was scared. I thought it was me for a second. I was like, whoa, it's. And then LNN's just silent. He hasn't said nothing. I was like, whoa, I thought it was me for a second.
Okay.
I'm here.
Well,
Okay, yeah.
And just everything's silent. And I was like, whoa. It scared me for a second.
Okay, yeah, we can just continue on with the video.
I understand how
You said something, and I was like, oh man, they can't hear me. They 100% can't hear me because they're not saying nothing. At this point, they would have.
Sometimes so many people pass
Oh
away
shoot,
in
I think
life
I'm.
that you get tired of getting angry about it.
Wait, what?
Like, you no longer want to get angry. You want to hold on to who you have left in your life that's still there, that you can still talk to, reason with, connect with before they vanish. So I'm gonna, now that you know that story of that experience from my life, let's move on to
what? What are we going to move on to, Earl? Let's hear it, Mr. Doobie.
climax of this video.
The climax. You guys remember what I said before? You guys remember? You didn't. You thought I was just messing around. You thought I was just looking for words to use, right? This is the climax of the video, y'all.
If I can be someone
Oh God,
who
Chinchilla Nation.
forgives
I'm glad I popped back
someone
in.
else
Because, oh man,
for
it went bad for a second.
This is it. This is where you wanna. This is where you
You
wanna
can
be.
continue on now. I'm fully here, homie.
hurting me about someone's death that meant so much to me. If I can forgive someone for doing that, like, why can't people forgive other people? Like, personally, and I say this quite emphatically, holding a grudge is not worth your time at all.
What are you doing to Smokey? What are you doing to Kiwi Tapes? You fucking. Ooh. What a dumbass.
I'm serious when I say this, and I'm gonna say this quite, I'm gonna say this to, well, the community of people in general. For those who feel harassment, emotional distress, or misgendering, or calling names, or even getting in a fight with a person, a little physical fight with a person, like, and not coming to terms with forgiveness, like holding a grudge against a person, it's one of the most childish things that I think a person can do. It is. Now, you could argue that, hey, what about it? What about sexual abuse? Is that forgivable?
Look at that little scoff. And then you can see just a look in his face where he's like, oh, fuck. Here we go. I just backed myself into a corner. Now I have to talk about this.
Which, I mean, no, he doesn't. He
To
can shut up at any point.
admit this for no reason whatsoever.
Exactly. Hold on, I'll be right back, y'all. I'm gonna let the video play. My dog's barking. I gotta make sure nobody's fucking with my house.
I'll say this much. I know this is a very testy topic. Pardon the pun. Listen, okay. I'm gonna say no. Sexual abuse is not a proper thing to forgive someone for, but quite certainly, if I can forgive someone for not helping me deal with a loved one's death, if I can forgive someone for respecting if I can forgive someone for disrespecting how I dealt with a loved one's death, then why do people hold on to hate for mistreatment or?
All right, I'm back. Is he done? Is he wind down now?
Oh,
person
not just yet.
just-
Not just yet.
All right, let me go back. It was like 15, something like that.
I truly believe that emotions are forever changing. Emotions are not static. Emotions are variable. And what I
Oh
mean by
well,
that is,
God, I hope
like,
anyone can
you
hear me.
can hate someone.
I think I'm gonna have to end my stream right here. If anyone's watching right now, my internet is just going to trash. Please go to Lolcow News right now. I can barely even scroll my mouse. I know it's got to be god awful for you guys. So yeah, definitely go over to their channel. Yeah, I'm gonna finish the stream out with them. But yeah, mine's definitely got to end. I can't even move the mouse. I'm so thankful for you guys being here today. But please, yeah, go to their channel and finish out the Barnyard with me. Me, Leaping Lemur, and LNN. Cow News Network.
Yep, we're getting to the good stuff, folks. Let's get to the good stuff. I think we got one more video left. And then I think there's some Daniel Larson stuff that we might have skipped over. I might want to look back on. We got some time. We got 20 people in here. We might as well give them a show. I don't know about how you feel, LNN. You can jump off whenever you want, but I think I'm gonna keep streaming until my viewer count drops.
Oh no, I'm here.
You're gonna stay too? All right, for
Jesus,
sure.
I hope you guys can hear me
No, I
better
can
now.
hear you better.
Yeah.
It's good now. Okay, for sure. Let's go.
All right.
Years.
I can definitely hang.
All right, yeah. Let's go over to Leaping Lemur's chat, and I hope I'm all good.
You definitely sound better. I'd imagine that it freed up a lot of bandwidth to stop streaming. So hopefully everything's good.
Oh
hey
yeah.
boys, I can hang, but I'll be back. I'm kind of hungry,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna just go
definitely.
make a bowl of ramen.
Do that, dude. That sounds legit. That sounds awesome.
Fuck yeah, I'll be right back, boys.
And
All right, yeah, we're both here. We're
then
both here.
10 years later, when you see them again, you can have the choice to forgive them or not. That's what I mean. People like to think that emotions are stored up. People like to think that emotions don't change. Well, I'm really sorry to say this, but quite scientifically, emotions are stored in the brain and they are regulated by chemicals. And I'm really sorry I say this, but chemicals aren't always in a state of complete and non-stop balance. Chemicals naturally, as they mix together, constantly change. So,
And that's why he groped a woman. Okay.
Just the
Yeah,
chemicals
really,
in
like-
his brain.
It was
You
blaming
know,
on the chemicals.
It's probably similar to how the Flash was born,
Something like that.
So if anyone isn't as nerdy as I am, the Flash originally, got struck by lightning and chemicals gave him super speed. But in all reality, it was the speed force, right, guys? Because comics, right? It was the speed force who made that accident possible. And just like with the Flash, at the beginning, it was just his mistakes that he made. But now the truth is, it wasn't just the mistakes he made. The true force behind it was Earl's just a Genshin groper, and if you're underage, you might get groped by Earl.
Up, you better watch out for the doobie.
Like, even at the scientific
Doobie
standpoint,
will get you, homie.
emotions don't remain the same forever. People don't hate forever. And I can't speak today. I truly believe
Bro, you can't speak ever.
that
The fuck?
that I truly believe that just like people can get rehabilitated for doing
Me and Earl
crimes,
have a similar problem.
so
I just
can
got more
emotions
charisma
be.
around it.
Well, no, I mean his lisp is like, I don't know, man. Whew. There's
Oh,
no
yeah,
fixing
yeah, I
that.
was just joking.
It's over. It's over
No,
for him.
no.
There's no coming back from that.
Yeah. Earl was screwed, bro.
It's over. Yep.
Be rehabilitated so they can find peace with their past, however bad it was, not hold a grudge against the person that harmed them in whatever way, be it emotional or physical, and that victim can come to terms with forgiving the person just as much as the person who did it comes to terms with saying, I truly apologize for what I did to you. And you see, that's why I'm getting that, and that is my stance. That's my stance. Holding a grudge should not.
All right then, Earl. I'm done listening to you talk about that. Let's listen to him talking about something similar, how he survived the hate.
Hey everyone, White Bowser here,
survived
in for
the hate.
another.
Yeah, I want to hear about this.
Oh, look at him. Look at him, as degenerate as ever. Even more boxes stacked
Oh,
behind him.
More boxes and the haircut is somehow worse. It's still a Jufro, but just on a different level. I don't know, man. Maybe his skull's a little more greasy at the moment.
It's definitely receded. You can tell from the last video. I mean, that shit's pushed back.
The Diary of
He be
White
having that
Bowser
Daniel
vi-
Larson Cyrax stress where it just slowly starts pushing their hairline further and further back the more they're getting trolled.
On God. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he was bald right now.
Oh, me either. Earl Doobie with the baseball cap, My Little Pony baseball cap.
Oh, hell yeah. We ought to get him one if he has a P.O. box. Send it to him. You know, rub some.
Yo, bro, at this point, I'm pretty sure cows are far easier to contact and get a hold of than I thought. The Barnyard crew, everyone who's here from the Barnyard, well, especially now since I'm not live, everyone who's here for LNN and Leaping Lemur, bro. I'm pretty sure we can get some of these cows on here, like, sooner than later. I'm not even joking at this point.
Yeah, probably. Most likely find a desperate one.
Oh, bro, I don't even feel like they got to be desperate, homie. Like, literally, all you got to do is figure out Chance Wilkins' recent Discord. Say, hey, I think I'm a big fan of yours since 2012. That stuff you did with Eric Scrubolo was dope. And he'd be like, yeah, bro, I got fans from back in 2012. And then you just say, hey, can I be on your podcast? That sounds amazing. And then you just gotta just troll Cyrax a little bit. I really think it'd be easy.
Yep, get him to say the N-word a few times. It'd have to be live though. If you did it and it was pre-recorded, he'd probably just not upload it. So like, or you'd have to record it too. Have to be like a two-way recording, something like that. Because I could see him just deleting
Oh, I
it.
would. Oh yeah, bro. I would record it too because I don't trust Cyrax for a thing. If he gets too embarrassed, it's not getting uploaded. Cyrax can embarrass himself on other people's stream, but when like it's his own personal stuff, he's not gonna do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Video. I
But you can
noticed this
jump back in the video,
is
homie.
gaining might popular.
Oh, you did.
So I might as well continue it. So the next thing I want to talk about really is bullying. How
Yep, something he's gonna have to deal with sooner than he thought. Probably when this video is uploaded. I don't think he thought. I
Oh
thought.
god, I would really like to know the exact timeline if it
Let's
of these
see.
videos been uploaded to Earl popping off.
Oh, I wish it said. That's a little
Yeah.
note for the White Bowser archives. If you could include a date, like in the description or anything like that, that would be great for somebody like me or Chinchilla or anybody.
Oh yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely always appreciate when you include a date because that means I can like put them more closely together. And I have this. This is just how I feel. YouTube works in waves. There's there's the original poster, there's the archive channels, there's the commentary channels, and then there's the documentary makers. We all work in unison, and one has to come before the other. So I'll always appreciate an archiver. But since we focus on lolcows, I can never appreciate the original poster unless it's someone like Music Biz Marty, someone like that.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the thing about the videos that we make. The original posters are always going to be, or in my case, it would be somebody like Daniel Larson. So I mean, ugh.
how to
Yeah, Daniel uploads them right himself. It's amazing. Just like the White Bowser, you think he'd be too embarrassed, but they do it for some reason. But we can jump right back into the video.
Yeah, they love them some attention.
get thick skin to all the insults that can be thrown your way while you are in elementary school, middle school, and especially even high school. Now, luckily enough for me, my mother was kind enough to transfer me to a charter or a private high school for the arts, which is where I got my taste of being an artist. I went to a private art high school, and my mom did that for me. And honestly, if it wasn't for her doing that, I probably wouldn't be in the same place as where I am right now. I probably would have lots of different passions, and I definitely wouldn't be the same person at all. I wouldn't be. But it's interesting to note that while I was in elementary school, and especially middle school, I endured day after day after day of being bullied. And anyone can crack at any given time, taking so much name calling, teasing, and taunting.
Yeah, this sounds like something a shooter would say.
It really does. I can't remember if we talked about it in Discord messages or if we talked about it on live because I don't know. My brain gets confused a little bit sometimes. But yeah, we definitely talked about it on Discord messages where it was like Earl Doobie with some balls, school shooter, 100% in Minecraft, would have definitely committed Columbian, or because I didn't want to say the real thing. I just
Yeah.
think the other thing so close. Yeah, like Earl Doobie, 100% would have been. It would have ended up with, listen, guys, you're all going to die today. And I also didn't quote that one girl because her sister is hotter, and this is the reason you're all going to perish. Now, you can take a wine over there, and I will shoot you, and you can also walk out the door, and we'll just forget this ever happened. Something like that.
Mhm.
I could totally see something like that happen in Earl Doobie's high school.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine his experience.
Uh, I can often remember in middle school, I was often called gay. Like,
Oh, yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
like
A little
10 to
bit,
20
doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, can't blame him.
times a day. Like, people would just call me gay. And I
10
go,
or 20 times a day.
I would find this to be such
Jesus
an
Christ.
oxymoron because I would be blatantly I was so enamored with hormones back in middle school that I would blatantly stare at this one girl constantly throughout my entire class, and I feel like saying
Red flag.
So, can you pause it for a second,
Yeah,
Lemur?
yeah.
Okay, great, you did. Okay, could you? All right, so Bowser wanted to prove so. It's probably not even this, right? But he wanted to prove so bad he wasn't a homosexual. His thing he was going to do to solve this problem was stare at one girl so intently she had to carry pepper spray and a taser and possibly a knife at the same time to her car every time she leaves school. I don't think that's the move, Bowser. And also, a little side note, I don't think you needed a dad to tell you that's the wrong move in life.
Exactly. Probably should have got the hint.
Don't stare intently at women, especially when you look like Bowser. It's like the meme, the call the law or Riz. Bowser is fully at the bottom of that meme. He's called the law. There's no Riz there.
Exactly.
like you're calling me gay and yet you witness me staring at a girl 24/7 in middle school, like. But beyond that, though, I mean, like, just getting called insults constantly, not fitting in, being a constant outcast to everyone around you, not really having a friend or someone to count on. Once again, I'll say I was lucky enough to find one friend. I was lucky enough to find one friend. Actually, two, but yeah. I was lucky enough to find one really special friend in middle school that sort of became a support person for me. And him and I are still friends to this day, even though he lives in a different state. But beyond this, though, I mean, like, it's funny how it's funny how you go through 10 years of not having any friends, being an outcast, and frequently being bullied for your mental disabilities. And also for somewhat being smarter than people, too. And, like, you're basically bullied because
Hey, can you pause for a
always
second?
Yeah, I got you.
I'm starting to think that last line in Bowser's sentence is possibly the reason he didn't have any friends. Going throughout his whole life thinking he was mentally superior than every single buddy around him. Like, that's not a good way to make friends. Like, there's probably a good reason no one talked to you, Bowser. And like, Bowser, I don't know what you're thinking, homie, but you literally grew up in the times where you can talk about video games, like, to your friends, and they'll like, enjoy it. They'll be like, oh, yeah, I play this too, and whatnot. Bro, you wasn't born in the 1980s. Bowser actually has some common hobbies among people, which he discovered in college, if I'm not mistaken, because all of him and his weird friends would just sit on the couch and watch weird anime all day. So, like, I don't think talking to your friends about the video games you play is like such a huge leap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
in your homework on time, you're always a star student, you're always doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're always getting A's in every class, and you're bullied for that because not everyone is as smart as you, and they're jealous, or they don't have a good or they don't have a good support group at their home, and they take their miseries out on you. One thing
Bro, maybe you were just weird, dog. Maybe he's just kind of weird. Like,
Oh, Earl.
I mean, people just didn't like him. Like, he's like, oh, people, they didn't have a support group at home, so they bullied me. It's like, nah, people just didn't like you, dude.
Earl right now just sounded to me like the kid who raises his hand first, the kid who always wants to get picked by the teacher first, and who like threw a hissy fit when they didn't. The kid who always wants to be first in line. Every bit of that, because I don't know, like some kids, like some people, just want to be acknowledged by the leader of the group. And when you're a child and you have a teacher, that's the leader. Earl has zero defiance in him. You can tell. Like there's no defiance in the guy. Except when maybe Cal Wrangler's getting on him a little bit. Then he can't take it. But besides that, zero. So when someone's like in power, Earl wants to be right under them. And I think that's why he has such a main protagonist syndrome. Not because he thinks he's the main protagonist, it's because he wants to be the main protagonist so bad. And when he finds one in real life, quote unquote, he attaches to him. I guess leech would also work as well, but he just straight attaches to him.
Yeah, he gets like so enamored that he just like can't help but become obsessed with them and want to be around them in some capacity, have some kind of relationship with them.
my Uncle Frank
And
once
that's not
taught
too
me
strange of a thing. I'll continue on after the next Earl segment. I'll remember what I was talking about.
about bullying in general is that misery loves company. Because when misery has company, it can spread its misery to the next person. And so on and so forth in a little cycle until everyone's miserable. Misery loves company. And that's the thing with bullying in general, what I had to deal with back when I was in elementary and middle school. Like, there were times when I had to get a seat on the bus. And sometimes there were no seats on the bus. So I would forcibly sit in a seat with someone who did not want to sit next to me. And I just let them deal with it. Of course, they acted like, who are you to sit next to me? You're the weird kid in the school. Why are you sitting next to me? They would put on that facade.
Is that what that was? Is that what that
charade
was?
Of why are you sitting next to me?
I mean, come on, man. This guy.
I have like nightmares from like high school of like people just like coming up in morning bus, especially like it's even more serious on the morning bus of people coming up and sitting next to me, and I'm just thinking, why on God would you sit next to me right now on the morning bus? And not only that, they were talkers. It was 5:30 in the morning. Leave me alone.
Exactly. Nobody really wants to sit next to somebody on the bus. The only way that I ever sit next to somebody on the bus is if there's no other seat available. It's just not something that you really want to do, especially if you're like in a school bus. I don't know, maybe like a city bus, you might get away with it. There's some room there. But nah, on a school bus, man, they're cramping those kids
Okay,
in.
well, I'm never gonna dox where Lemur is. That's totally up for him to decide to tell you guys. And I'm not gonna dox myself, but I probably have in the past. So if you know, you know. I'm on the East Coast in a very small population town, so like there was always room on the bus. Like literally, like on the evening bus, we had our sections. Like everyone knew where I was gonna sit. Everyone knew where like my homie was gonna sit. Everyone knew where the kid I was gonna mess with was gonna sit. And I never understood why he would sit there because he just always caught hell. But hey, that's up to him. My actions are my actions. I don't know why he committed his own. But besides that, And even in the morning bus, it was more crowded for some reason. But there was places to sit, man. And you just leave. I'm not a morning person. Leave me alone. Like, look at us. I'm up at 2 in the morning right now, and I'm cool. I'm good.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, fellas, sorry I took a minute. It took my stove forever to heat up that fucking water.
You're good. You didn't really miss much.
And I would just ignore it. I would be so ignorant I would be so ignorant to it. I would be so arrogant to say I don't care. I would be so arrogant to say I don't care about your feelings. I'm gonna sit next to you. You can bully me for the next 30 minutes until the bus arrives at my house, and I'll walk off the bus and I'll get on with my day. It's funny that way. Like, how do you fight? How do you fight someone being so mean to you? How do you fight being an outcast? How do you fight people bullying you so much? It is true what they say.
Become a better person. Better yourself. Work on yourself. Inside and out. Be a better person so people like your personality, and also don't look like you look like, and then people will probably like you.
If you show no amount of care for it, if you be arrogant towards it,
And stay in your
if
lane,
you-
Earl. You know, we all got levels in this world. Just stay in your lane.
Exactly.
if you per se
Oh, that's all I had to say. You
level
can continue on with the video.
in you being taunted, you get used to it, and eventually it doesn't bother you anymore. It's funny for the kind of people who don't go to public school and they're homeschooled, and you find out later on in life they often have trouble dealing with criticism or failure, or they have trouble dealing with people not liking what they're doing in life. And these people that are homeschooled, just in general, I'm not saying it's 100% of the time, but I'm saying that being in public school, it really teaches you how to accept. It really teaches you how to accept the tougher things in life. It teaches you how to accept the good, the bad, and the ugly, per se. It does. So, don't ever say that public schooling can be better than homeschooling, because it can, in fact, prepare your child for the real world, because the real world isn't always inside the house, and it isn't always inside the basement. And if you think that's the truth, then boy, howdy, are you never going to have a real job, because
Boy,
you'll never be able
howdy.
to
I haven't
take
heard that
failure
in a
or-
while. That's a good one right there.
Yeah, he definitely has a weird vocabulary. Very strange.
I love it. I love it. Earl Doobie's top notch in the lolcow world. Nowhere
sure.
else, just in the lolcow world.
Well, remember, he's the lolcow to end all lolcows.
Mm-hmm. Because he
If
ate
the
'em all.
dimensional merge was going to happen, Earl Doobie would have been the cementing factor in it. When Earl Doobie popped on the scene, we'd have all converged into whatever cartoon characters we were supposed to be. Well, actually, I think me, Lemur, and LNN would have got booted out of existence. I think, but
Well, of course,
unfortunately for us,
Christ Chan would have come up to us and been like,
You are trolls, and I will send you to hell with Snorlax.
Something like that.
that was beautiful. I didn't hear a word of it. But I do know LNN has a really good Chris Chan impression, so I bet it was funny. If that says anything. LNN has my
Oh,
favorite Chris Chan impression, actually.
oh, Lord, I appreciate it. It still needs a little love, but I definitely appreciate it.
You know, you couldn't pass for you couldn't be a liquid Chris, you know, but like a parody Chris, it's amazing, you know.
Hey, I'll take the compliment.
I would take it too. Mad TV all the way, homie.
People disagreeing with
You
you,
can continue
and
on with the
I
video,
guess
Lemur.
that's what being bullied for almost a decade taught me. Really, is how to level, how to absorb all the harassment and just run with it, just go with it, and never stop. Now, I will say this, and once again, this is going to sound very contradicting. It's going to sound it's going to sound like bad advice. But you will have to listen to it. What I have found and what stopped. What stopped? You want to know what stopped the bullying when I was in 8th grade in middle school? You want to know what stopped the bullying? What stopped people from picking on me? What stopped people from calling me names? What earned me a little bit of respect?
Chinchilla, thank you for becoming part of the pack.
Oh, no problem, man. I just remembered I'd super chatted Ellen in, and I was like, I gotta support all of the homies of the Barnyard.
Yeah,
So
now,
no
now
problem, man.
I gotta get you back. I'll get you back. Watch. Watch, I'll get you back. I'm
Nah.
gonna give you some of that Daniel Larson money. Watch.
All right, well, I'm gonna trade you off with some of the Cyrax money.
Nice. Sounds like a plan.
For the unknowledgeable, we actually are trading Daniel and Cyrax money pretty much tomorrow.
Mhm.
In the schooling and made the bullies stop coming after me.
If
You wanna know-
LNN would
you wanna
ever
know
give
what
us
happened?
his memberships, we could do the same to him, but I'm just not sure if he'll ever do that. It's
Man,
fully available to him.
Man, I don't know. I want to turn on memberships, but I don't feel like I've earned it,
You definitely have. Don't. Why? What makes you not feel that way?
I don't know, man. Like it just doesn't feel like I've really earned being able to do that. I can't really describe. It's such a weird feeling, When I was younger, hell, I remember before, people were making money on YouTube and everything. And when I was younger and saw people were starting to make money and build these communities, I always thought, I could never do that. So it's such a surreal feeling knowing that I'm at that point. But I don't know.
Honestly, LNN, Lemur, I think anyone in the world deserves a little bit of cash. If they're not like White Bowser, Daniel Larson, and Cyrax. If you're able to cultivate a few thousand people to actually subscribe to your channel, you deserve every bit of anything they want to give to you because the fans, they're amazing. I really, I'm sure Lemur and LNN all agree with me. Every single fan that we have who pops up and even watches our videos just probably blows our mind. I'm pretty sure we can all remember when we was all small channels and just hoping for one view. And the fact that so many of you guys just even pop up for a second is absolutely amazing to me and probably everybody here, in all honesty.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
No, I agree with that sentiment fully. I mean, I'm sitting here at let's see. Oh, sorry, I got a comment that I should probably read here soon because it's probably someone being dumber than hell. But like, I have 1,100 subs now, and it's like that's still mind baffling to me. I remember whenever I started this channel, it was I'll just do this on the side for shits and giggles. And now I've grown enough of a community where it's like, fuck, I need to actually start working on a proper upload schedule.
Nah, I think that happens to all of us.
Yeah.
We can continue on the video now. Finish off what Earl Doobie's got to say.
Happened. You want to know what made them think twice before they picked on me
Scroll
again?
up a little bit, Lemur, homie.
I cracked, and I just
There we go.
wailed and kicked someone's
There
ass
you go.
to the ground. And it's funny, like, once everyone heard, hey, yo, that one weird kid just decided to wail on somebody and make him smack dab into the ground and flatline him. Maybe we
didn't
shouldn't
happen.
bully him anymore. Now, of course,
No way. This guy would get folded like a pretzel.
you're gonna say it's always the quiet ones that you gotta watch out for, but that's not what you should absorb from this. Basically, like, what you should know is if you don't stand up for yourself to the bullies, and if you don't be arrogant and not care about what the bullies will do to you, you will lose on both occasions. If you are not arrogant, if you do not show the bullies that you do not care what they do to you, and you revel in being an outcast and being bullied, that it will never bother you what they do to you. And two, and most importantly, if you don't stand up for yourself, if you don't decide to show those bullies a real kick in the ass, then they might never stop, and they might never leave you alone, and they might just keep on destroying your mental well-being. Now, granted, I did suffer some disciplinary actions for...
He sounds like a Looney Tunes character or something. Sounds like Elmer Fudd.
I'm just appreciative we're in the only community on YouTube where we can still pick on that just a little bit, you know. I've got to fully appreciate that. Thank you, guys.
Kicking the ass of one of those bullies, or two of those bullies. But you want to know what I learned? They are more afraid of you than you are of them. And that is the absolute truth. Because when you decide to stand up for yourself...
What Disney movie did
say,
he just
"Yo,
watch
I'm tired of
to
you
come make
calling
this
me,
video?
Honestly, I can't even think of an insult. But yo, I'm tired of you calling me this or that.
I think this video is just about done.
I know, you might.
I think he's just going on about how he thinks he's badass or something like that, or like he's gonna kick the bullies'
Well, it's only got
asses.
40 seconds left. We may as well let him hear about all the tail he's kicking in the meantime while he's not on stream or playing Genshin or groping.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's just let him finish it off.
I learned that quite quickly.
Go ahead, Earl Doobie.
And now that I am a grown man, I view myself as one who knows how to take failure, who knows how to take harassment, and who knows how to take bullying, and get back up and keep going and not let it eat you away inside. Because if you let it eat you away inside, then you're not going to live a very successful life, and you're going to die just as miserable as the bullies that bullied you. Hey everyone, White Bowser here.
All right, that's the end of the White Bowser. So, let's debrief. What does everyone think?
Oh, me for sure. God, the White Bowser, he's not my favorite locale, and I guarantee you he's nobody's favorite locale. And when I say favorite locale, people, please understand that I like them none, but God, do some of them make me laugh. Earl Doobie is right up there. He's almost at like the King Cobra level, where it's got to be like in jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like the in jokes for King Cobra are hilarious, but if you didn't know any of them, like it's not that funny. And White Bowser is kind of similar, but if you know the in jokes to White Bowser, his story is tragic and hilarious. It's like a Monty Python film put to life, in all honesty.
Yeah, he's definitely got some like twists and turns to him. He's got some intricacies one can say. What about you, LNN? Are you there? Or did you go get your ramen?
Oh man, no. Whenever I was away there for a hot minute, I was in the middle of making it.
Oh, did you eat it?
Yeah. Yeah, I just got done, man. Fuck, that was good. I
Nice.
needed that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So how do you feel about the doobie?
Well, okay, so I know I missed a portion of this video while I was cooking dinner, but I'm pretty familiar with Earl Doobie. And honestly, he's a monster. Simply put, for one, but he's like a lot of the locals in the sense that he'll lie through his damn teeth, left, right, and center, thinking that nobody can fact check him. And also, you know, he snitches on himself and doxes everybody. So, look, if you know Bowser, I advise you keep the hell away.
Yeah, he's one sicko, that's for sure.
For
All right.
real.
Let's finish off the stream. These are like literally like 10-second videos. Just a quick overview of what Larson's been up to. He's got this video where he talks about checking out his new channel.
Hello, everyone. Please check out my new YouTube channel, Daniel Larson Hollywood Family Account.
So that's his new YouTube page, Daniel Larson Hollywood Family Account, with a period at the end. He's already switched. I think that's like his like third account this week. And then he has this.
Jeez.
Yeah, this scared me. What do you guys think this is? I could not like. I can't decipher this. What exactly is on this plate?
I think that's some kind of fucked up like chili and cheese fries.
It looks like somebody shit on top of it. Like somebody took a
For real.
diarrhea.
Hey, let's be real, guys. That's the kind of food Daniel Larson deserves, man. He's not gonna pay him for it anyhow. That probably is what it is, homies.
Exactly.
Man, that bad look. Oh, that looks nasty.
They gave him
At
whatever.
this point, how many restaurants can there be in Denver, Colorado to be like dining and dashing from? Like, so yeah, at this point, that probably is that.
Exactly. I mean, like, I don't even know. They were just, they know who he is, and they were like, let's just give him whatever was at the bottom of the trash bin today. Scrape it, throw it on the plate, and he can have that for his dinner. I mean, this is...
yeah, that's what we used to do to the homeless people in our town. Because like we'd have like collective people, you know, back in the day, like come through. I got a lot of homeless people in my town. They're all on drugs, so like you don't feel too sorry for them. Like, well, me personally, I don't at all. So they come through and they say, "Hey, can I have some food?" And you know, for me, I'd always want to see what I could give them. You know, what they would take. And gosh, guys, that sounds awful. Sounds awful. But the story for another time. I'd give them whatever I could find, not like anything heinous or anything, but you know, I'd figure out some things. You continue with the video. It sounded way worse. I know that came off way worse over recording than it does in real life. But yeah, go ahead, guys.
All right, you guys ready to move on to the next one? Let's see.
Yeah.
This one,
yeah, of course.
This concerned me. Now, I was like, is this Photoshop? I think this is real. This is him supposedly with 2 fans. These women took pictures with Daniel. What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, they look like 2 struggling OnlyFans models. And Christ, I couldn't see their career going any further after the scabies they're getting attached to him right now, 100%.
Exactly. If they were about 10 years younger, Daniel would be all over him. But right now he seems pretty uninterested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. Nothing about the image screams Photoshop to me, but I severely doubt those are fans or even trolls.
I don't know. Why would they be smiling and taking
I
a
really
picture
feel like
with
these
them?
are 2 TikTok moms
You think?
Oh, because they look like they're 31, 32. Yeah, they're like TikTok moms who got like 9-year-olds or 10-year-olds who have like mentioned the name Daniel Larson. And they were just in a bar one day ready to get their next baby daddy. And then they heard this one goofy looking weird guy. My name's Daniel Larson. I'm actually he's probably pulling the Grace Vanderwall stuff. There's a celebrity in danger. There's a celebrity in danger. And two mildly attractive women were like, is your name Daniel Larson?
Yeah.
And he completely forgot about Grace Vanderwall.
Grace, who now?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they probably saw Daniel on one of their son's TikTok pages, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you're the guy the homeless guy my kid's always looking on TikTok." You know,
Right.
tag me in that photo.
Oh, but no, hey, but for like 35-year-old women, they look amazing. Yeah, but it's probably their bar get up.
Yeah. All right, let's move on
Let's
to the
see what
next.
Daniel's got rocking with him.
This is the last video.
Oh, we didn't
for the
even watch the
night.
video.
Yeah,
We didn't even watch the video.
It's just a still.
Oh, I want to see the. Oh, it's just a still. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, he does.
That's a shame. Okay, my bad. My bad, Legion. Lemur's Legion. That's my bad.
This one is a video.
Fan meetup tonight at King Supers on Main Street in Longmont, Colorado. See you all there.
All right. So yeah, he had a fan meetup today. I don't know how it went. I think tomorrow I'm gonna do a live stream and probably read the community post because there's probably some tidbits about it in there. But other than that, that's it for the night. If you guys want to say any last words.
Well, the last words I'm going to say, everyone who's still here during the Barnyard, this was a special Barnyard event. I'm pretty sure the Barnyard's still continuing on tomorrow at the brand new time at 6 p.m. So, Leaping Lemur, I probably wouldn't wait to do the community post on your stream. We should probably just do it during the actual Barnyard. And we probably got a few other things planned for you guys. I don't know what it is exactly yet, but gosh, there's been tons of things happening in the lolcow universe, and I feel like tomorrow's going to be another big episode. Actually, this has been my favorite episode of the Barnyard that's going on. I know we've had a few internet problems, my bad, but tomorrow, hopefully we have that all solved, especially since we're going to be doing it earlier in the evening. Because it seemed like my internet just crashed towards the end, but hopefully that improves. So what is your thoughts on that? Well, shoot, did you guys even think about the Barnyard going on tomorrow?
Shoot, I'm always thinking about the Barnyard. I'm ready to go every day.
Okay.
Yippee-ki-yay,
All right, so
which,
yeah.
hey fellas, just to be clear with everyone here, I might not be at it tomorrow. Tomorrow I am going to be starting on my move and everything, so I'm going to try my best, but I can't guarantee I'll be in.
Oh well, if the Leaping Lemur's going to be in, I'm totally down. The Barnyard will still definitely happen. Are you down, Leaping Lemur?
Hey, I'm free tomorrow. I'm ready to go. Let's have a good stream.
Hell yeah.
Me too. If LNN can't be there, unfortunately, and that's where it'll be, I hope he joins us at some point tomorrow. If you can at any point, definitely be there, homie.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll try to hop in if I can.
Yeah, if not, he'll always be with us in spirit, right?
Just remember to take those fat dabs for me.
Of course, of course.
I don't ever buy dabs, so I won't, but hopefully my person will actually be here tomorrow. I missed out on a 420. It's a shame, but I live. I normally smoke every other day. We'll make it.
Hey, every day's 420 at the Barnyard. You know what I mean?
For real though.
Exactly. But I'm pretty sure that's all from me today. Is that all from Ellen and Lemur?
Yeah, I'm ready to end the stream.
I'm all set.
All right, y'all.
All right, guys.